Bye.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Complete.
The portal to many dimensions is open. Ohayo gozaimasu. Konnichigen. It's your favorite superstar, the multi-dimensional Tajigen Kaiden, a sentient star cluster in virtual idol form. You know why I'm yelling? Because I want to give you a preview of what it's gonna be like, because today we're streaming Fall Guys. It's gonna be like that. No, I just wanted to do the intro a little bit differently. Remembering also what I have for subscriber alerts for, you know, Supernova Explosion. And then the other one is like, Supernova Explosion! Something like that, right? I feel like I should be doing it in many different ways every single time I say it. But yeah, happy Thursday/Friday, whatever day it is for you. Whatever the case though, I'm glad we are finally streaming Fall Guys again today, because there's a lot of grinding to be done in the Season Pass. And also welcome back to Twitch. We had 2 YouTube streams for the past 2 days. Great stuff yesterday in Master Duel, though it got a little bit crazy. A preview of what today is gonna be like probably. But don't worry, I'll do my best effort not to get mauled, not to get salty. Like, damn it, this shouldn't be like this. But no, I've definitely cooled down from... Again, it was just like a little gameplay thing that made me wonder, like, wait a minute, this shouldn't be like this. But Master Duel rarely ever has glitches like that. They do have them here and there though, they address them. Again, it's something to do with the gameplay settings I have, like when it doesn't prompt me. But anyway, yeah, good to be here though. And yeah, for a while now I've been talking about how I want to do grinding for the Season Pass in Fall Guys, because I want to make it to like the middle of it to get the Ultraman rewards. Of course I want to get everything else too, but the main thing here for me is the Ultraman stuff, which I believe is based on the Netflix Ultraman, the one that is like more mecha-like and all that. So yeah. It's been good to return to Yu-Gi-Oh though. Earlier today I took a look at like potential decks I might build in Master Duel. I remembered about a pro wrestling archetype that I want to build, and it was Dino Wrestler. But then I found out that it's actually not the only pro wrestling archetype. There's another one called Goki, and that one is great too, because it's even more pro wrestling focused than the Dino Wrestlers are. So I think I want to get that one first, and I think it's based a lot on Link monsters. So yeah, like a Link-based archetype. You find Link monsters in pretty much every deck. They're nice in any deck in general, because they're so easy to summon. Like, the summoning conditions don't require the specific things that the other extra deck, or even something like Ritual or Pendulum, require. And also, they were also like, when they introduce support cards, new support cards for an old archetype to kind of bring it up to date, usually they do that in the form of Link monsters when they do it. So that's what happened with the Super Quant archetype that we were using yesterday. They introduced the Link card that I actually don't use that much. Maybe I should. It depends on the strategy that I would use for it. But yeah, the thing about the Super Quant deck is that you really want to be including all members in it, so it doesn't allow room for other things that much. But anyway, I should not talk too much about Yu-Gi-Oh, otherwise we're never gonna get into Fall Guys, I think. But it's something I wanted to do, like when I got into Master Duel last year. Yeah, it's pretty much been a year since I started streaming it too, because I started streaming it like around the time I started, like the game started. Like, I picked up the game pretty much on its first week. I think I started playing it off the stream. I don't think I played it on the stream the first time, which is the exception to the rule, actually. Most new games I start that I know I'm gonna stream, I start them on the stream. And I knew already that I was going to stream Master Duel. Although maybe I was hesitant to see how much I would like it, because I've had my problems with Yu-Gi-Oh! I express them here and there when I stream Master Duel, but yeah. I digress. This year, we definitely need to have some new games on the rotation. But yeah. But what I wanted to do since I started playing it was to have like one archetype that I select from like each type of like monster, like one fusion focused archetype, and I have Mask Hero and Gem Knight for that. One synchro focused archetype. I have an Emancipator, but I want to have another one that has like a lot of members in it. Yeah, I wanna see if I can find one like that. Naturia is the first one I'm thinking of, but I want to see what other options there are. Long ago, I actually kind of started a Naturia deck. I just picked a random archetype that there were at the time, and Naturia was the one I got. And it was fun. It was fun to do some things with it. But yeah, Xyz, I have Tellar Knight, Constellar Knights, and Super Quant. And Constellar, Tellar Knight, there's a lot of overlap with them. They're very related. Well, I will, I think, build a Stardust-based deck, so that's gonna be another Synchro archetype. But even so, I want to have yet another one that's like with a lot of members. A Pendulum archetype, I was gonna go for Heavy Metal Foes, or no, Metal Foes. But now one of the cards related to it is forbidden, and I'd rather not have an archetype that doesn't have a card in it. As a matter of fact, I think Constellar or Tellar Knight have a forbidden card in them that I wouldn't be able to use, so that's something to consider. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and next, Ritual. I don't know what I would do for Ritual archetype. I'm thinking the Cyber Angels look nice. This is why I was hesitant to dismantle some Cyber Angel cards I had. I did end up dismantling one Dakini, I think. So yeah, I don't know. Dakini. I say like bikini or zucchini. Not sure that's the right pronunciation. But yeah. Yeah. I have a nice amount of super and ultra rare materials though. I think we're gonna have Master Duel next week again. Might look similar to this week, you know, Final Fantasy, Japanese Learning, Master Duel, and Fall Guys. I think I'm gonna continue sticking to the 4-day weeks. I really want to do 5+ days, but... or at least 5 days, like we did for a couple of weeks. A few weeks back or so. It was like 2 or 3 weeks of the year so far. They were like 5-day weeks, which was great, but... I really need to start focusing on the content outside of the live streams themselves. I mean, videos, shorts, etc. I haven't been doing enough there, and I set that goal at the beginning of 2022. Well, let's have it as a new goal of 2023. Already the first month has passed, but still. I digress. Shall we go and just get into the chaos that is Fall Guys? Let's get into it. I'll pause the music when the game has launched. So we go for the Fall Guys music instead. Oh yeah, let me plug in my controller as well. I always play Fall Guys with my DualShock 4, beautiful thing. I've never used a DualSense. I've never had a PS4 either. I have the DualShock 4, but I've never owned a PS4. One day, maybe. Maybe when the PlayStation 6 comes out. Yeah, I should buy a PS3. That's what I should do right now. And then when the PlayStation 6 is out, I get the PlayStation 4. That's how I do it. They're so expensive and so hard to find. That's the problem with the PlayStation consoles. And even if I do get them, I would like to get them for... mostly for content. I mean, I would play video games here and there off the stream and all that, but I would have to get a good capture card for them too. So it's a lot of hassle, to say the least. The same if I were to get an Xbox, and I don't even have space right now on my desk. I don't think I've ever told you, have I, that I have an L-shaped desk? So there's plenty of space in general, but also at the same time, it's a lot of it is already occupied. I need to clean it up anyway, but yeah. For something like a PS5, yeah, definitely no space for that. Much less like the latest Xbox model, whatever it's called, Series XS, Scarlet Witch, Johansson, Double Plus, 24/7, 7-Eleven, Mountain Dew, minus XXLR, whatever the name is. I always make that joke whenever I say the name of the latest console because it has such a confusing naming scheme. And I take the Scarlet thing from how it used to be called before it actually got launched. I think it was Project Scarlet. So I just say Scarlet Witch and then Johansson. Because their names are so similar, they don't look alike at all. Well, maybe when Scarlet Witch had that, like... Not Scarlet Witch, Scarlett Johansson. You see, I'm already mistaken them. when Black Widow had blonde hair for a little bit in the MCU. But like Scarlett Johansson and Scarlet Witch don't look alike, but I mistake them anyway when I name them because of the similarity in their names. Okay, so I definitely missed the last thing I was doing here with these challenges. Complete these tricky challenges for Red Station Warrior, Elite Defender of the Lost City. This looks kind of nice. It's too bad I missed... Oh, this is kind of nice. This is kind of nice. I like the belt. You know, I'm a sucker for belts like that. As a Kamen Rider and a pro wrestling fan. Belts like that are so cool. I love this Crustacean Warrior, yeah. Ooh, okay, they want you to do duos and squads. I don't know if I'm brave enough to do duos, but there is finally a good reason to do duos. Give me a second here. Let's get back to the portal, because I want to check out a few things that kind of need to switch screens here. As I'm checking out some things that I may or may not use. Ooh, I'm purchasing a couple of things here that look interesting. That look kind of nice. Ooh. 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 So how do you think we're gonna do? Do you think we're gonna win a game? If we do, it's probably not gonna be solo or anything like that. But yeah, right now on the season... Give me a second. We are in rank, level, whatever you want to call it, 37. Still quite a ways to go. We want to make it all the way to 50... So 52, 53 for the costume itself, but I also want the other things. Oh yeah, okay, 53 is the last one. Yeah, before that we have the plate and we have the title, Ultraman Factor, and this beautiful Spatium Ray. Showatch! Nice. Showatch! Okay, okay. 53 is the level we want to achieve. Of course, we would love to get to other things. SpongeBob awaits. May still get to do that. Oh, I love the look of this animation. Caught by the Kraken. Wow. Just playing around with you. Poor Fall Guy. That is a long animation. Oh, that's it. Okay. Fall Guy didn't even fall back down. Blobfish. This was kind of nice. I kind of like it. Aqua Blaster Belt. Reminds me of Kamen Rider Aqua. Yeah, it has a nice, like, middle plate. In the Kamen Rider Daily account today, I actually did a Kamen Rider Aqua related tweet, so that's a nice coincidence to see. Whoa, look at this thing. I kind of like it. And yeah, here we start getting into the actual SpongeBob stuff. Look at that. Look at that. But of course, it takes all the way to level 100. The best is saved for last. Mechagodzilla was like that too, I think. Well, I'm gonna do it at last. This is the first time I'm ever gonna queue up for duos at all, so let's do it! Let's see how we do with this. Actually, hold on. No. I want to see something. What are the challenges for today? Complete daily challenges, play any show, qualify from any round was in a party. I'm not in a party, I'm not gonna do that. Qualify from any round in any show. Round 2 in any show, qualify from any round in 50 seconds. At least a bronze medal in any round, okay. And look at the phrasing, at least a bronze medal. They didn't used to phrase it like that, if I'm not mistaken. They said, earn a bronze medal in any round. But even though they phrased it like that, it was, you know, if you got a silver medal, it would make you progress towards this challenge. So they changed the phrasing to make it more clear, if I'm remembering correctly. And if so, that's kudos to the team, no pun intended. Well done, Mediatonic. It's a very subtle change that I think most people won't notice. Again, assuming I am recalling correctly. Play race rounds in any show. Qualify from round 2 or higher in any show. Final round. Medals. Earn medals in round 4 in any show. Whoa, that's extremely specific. That's extremely specific. That's gonna be difficult to do. 3,000 meters, 30,000 meters in any round, win any show. Okay. Yeah, most of them are difficult. And marathon. What was marathon again? I don't remember. Envelope rally. What is this? Nanikore? Compensation? Oh. Play any show, you get 2,000 kudos. Thank you for that, I guess. Red envelope. What is this thing? It's not the... No, Lobster League. What is red envelope? Hold on. Oh, it's just challenges in general. Oh, okay. It's stuff you do in a party together. 3 and 5, respectively. Alright, I see. I see. Yosh, ikuzo! Now we actually queue up. I love doing the Fall Guy voices like that. There's a bassist that's related to Kenny McCormick from South Park. There you are. Well, yeah, it's been quite a few weeks since the last time I played Fall Guys. That sucks. Haven't had much time off the stream. If I have been making any time for any games, it's probably been Master Duel. I really want to return to Fortnite. I'm just seeing them tweet about like Dragon Ball rewards. You gotta participate in this for the spray and all that, and oh my god, I'm like, I feel like I'm missing out so much. I've already missed out from a lot, but yeah. It's not the end of the world if I do, of course, but the more I miss out, the worse, especially for something that I like as much as Dragon Ball. I really want to get into My Hero Academia though. Boku no Hero Academia. By the way, if anything gets choppy, I'm noticing the game looks a bit choppy. Let me know if things run well here. Seems a little bit weird the way it's running right now. But alright, we are in squads. Yes, most people are gonna queue up for squads, myself included. I am no exception to that. I'm monitoring the way the game is running right now, by the way, on my stream. That's why I'm looking like to the right. It's a little bit choppy, isn't it? I need to see some graphics settings. I probably should do it after this show. To tell you the truth, if I were playing solo, I would just exit right now and take a look at that. Nah, they're on the lowest possible, like... They're on the lowest possible setting as far as I know. And the game is telling me that there's connection issues, but... it doesn't seem like there really are any. It's kind of weird like that. Oh my god, I can't even make a jump here. Ah, this is one of the worst fucking parts of the game. Oh my god in heaven. Can I? Oh my god. Ah, let me in. Let me in. Okay. Let's get to... Oh my god, let me in. We're just getting started and we're off to such an awful start. Come on, come on, come on. All right. Well, yeah, that's gonna bring down the team score a little bit. That was extremely unlucky, but it happens. It's something that can happen in Fall Guys. So what happened there is one of the biggest occupational hazards of Fall Guys, as I call them. Which is that it's not you playing badly. It's just that a lot of people are in your way, and you can't really complete the jump you're trying to complete because there's too many people jumping above you. It feels really weird sometimes because it feels like everybody else is able to jump over you and you can't jump over them. Like, am I really that unlucky, or does the game just hate me that much? It's one of those things that makes you think, wait a minute, the game is actually targeting me. Fuck you in particular. But it can't possibly be like that, right? It's also something to do with lag. And not necessarily gameplay lag, but something that I call, in lack of a better term, I don't know what the proper term for this is, if there is one, I call it display lag, in which... This happens a lot in Fall Guys, actually. In which, look at that guy over there. Look at that guy over there that hung on. What was that? Anyway. We're up to a great start, aren't we? Anyway. Like, you see that, you sometimes see people here, when you spectate them, they jump in a different way than you do. Like, they're jumping over a bar. Like those bars that spin around and you have to jump over them. They jump in a way that kind of looks like they're hacking the game, or looks like they're playing it differently than you. And by playing it differently, I mean that the gameplay is different for them. But that's just a display lag. They're probably jumping the same way you are, but because of the internet issues, the connection, it displays it in a different way. Mario Kart is another game that was like that. Like, you see opponents are just able to, like, speed up faster, or well, I don't know what it was exactly. If I ever play Mario Kart 8 again one day on the stream, I would love to do that first of all, but if I ever do that again, that's how it would be. But yeah. This door right here. Life has many doors, said boy. Hee hee hoo hoo ha ha. You dare mock the son of a shepherd? Then you don't get the right door in this game. That's not the right door. This is the right door. And here is also a huge beam traffic. You just have... in this one, yeah, it's like... at least 50% lock this particular round. Not just because of the door, but also... who is, like, in front of you. And how you get to go through the door. How you get to jump through and all that. That sort of thing. We're doing decently, though. We're securing precarious spots, but we're still qualifying. Top 20%, though. Very nice. Not too shabby, I would say. Oh, that's a great crown look on the guy next to me. To my left. 41% is the name of that person. That's a great crown. Like a black, grayish crown, and then the rest of it, they have a flame pattern, but it's all black and gray. Looks so nice. Do I have a crown as a cosmetic, actually? I have won games, but most of them have been in squads. When you win a squad game, what happens is that your rewards are different because of that. If you win a game solo, though, it's an instant full crown. It's not crown shards or anything like that. So maybe something like that. Wow, I gotta tell you, though, my voice is doing so much better than yesterday. Which is good, because this game is gonna make me scream. It's already done that. Yeah, we're just getting started. We're just getting started with the Scream-a-palooza. I don't know why Scream-a-palooza was the word I used for that, but there you go. Yeah, let's see how we do. Fall guys. Whoa. What? Didn't make it there. That gets so tricky sometimes. What the heck? Whoa. Careful with the water balloons. It's water balloons, right? I mean, they look a lot like water balloons, so I gotta think that's what they are. Ah! I really have to watch out for the big hammer. Or is it a mallet? What's the difference between a mallet and a hammer? Oh my god. You gotta try following the same direction they're following. That's the trick to a lot of those. That was kind of close. What was I saying? I was gonna say something. I was in the middle of saying something, I forgot what it was. No, seriously, whenever I forget these things, you can always tell me in the chat. You don't have to just leave me hanging, if you're able to. If you're able to tell me, I mean. What was I saying? I was talking about something. But yeah. I want to talk so much about Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm getting re-obsessed with it. I really want to get back to Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I'm almost at a point in which there's gonna be a very climactic duel going on, because there's been a lot of like very like comic relief episodes and in between stuff, kind of setting things up in the middle of the arc, in the middle of major points in the arc. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at the graphic settings before I forget. And it's been so tedious to go through it because, so without getting into major spoilers, I completed the Red Envelope Challenge. Okay. Year of the Rabbit nameplate. I'm gonna take that. Ah, this is based on the Lunar New Year. Chinese/Lunar New Year. That's what those challenges are based on. Okay. Okay, give me a second here. I'm going to switch screens because I need to do some graphics settings here, potentially. And I'll talk about that Yu-Gi-Oh! GX thing in a moment. Preset is custom. B-Sync is off. The FPS rate is 60. Let me open my task manager and see how things are operating here. Well, I can't fully judge it based on what's happening right now, but because I'm not playing an actual game of Fall Guys right now, I'm just in this screen, but so I'm adding like an extra 20 or 30% to what I'm seeing right now on the CPU, RAM memory, and GPU. GPU is the big one. Shadows detail medium. Texture detail full resolution, half resolution. I'm going to put that at half resolution. Motion blur, there's no motion blur. Bloom. Should I keep that? Cross-platform matchmaking, yeah. Oh, that's gameplay, that's gameplay. I don't need to see those things, really. Although now might be a good time to take a look at the settings, just in case. Why not? But yeah. Fall feed on. What does that mean? Fall feed, font size, squad, leaderboard, grab ledges automatically. I wonder if that would be a good idea. Probably not. Probably not. Though I'm not sure. It kind of sounds like it would be, but yeah. Okay. We didn't change too much on the graphic settings, but we did turn something off. Hopefully that helps. We'll see. We shall see how it goes. But yeah, like... So a minor spoiler of something that happens, without going into too many details. Judai, the protagonist, Judai Yuki, goes off the island. Like the island where the Duel Academy is, where it pretty much all takes place. And he's finding his way back to the island, and when he does find his way back to the island, there's a lot of wilderness in the island, so he's trying his best to get through it. To get back to like where everybody is, where the Duel Academy buildings are. It takes him a while though to get there. And it's so tedious just watching him get lost, and he gets lost again and he still can't make it. And there's a comic relief episode and I'm like, just get to the action already, just make him reach the island. It feels extra tedious because I've been taking too much time between these episodes. Since again, how do you all find the time? You know, I see other live streamers, I see other people with like full-time jobs. Like, there's some people out there. Like, do you sleep? Do you need to sleep? You have a different metabolism than a regular human being because you can sleep 1 hour and be healthy, apparently. Because there's people with like 40 plus hours of work. They also stream. So I'm talking about a job apart from this one. And even like, I'm not even thinking of somebody that's like, this is my hobby. No, like, talking about somebody who considers this a job, as I do. They also have another one that's 40 plus hours a week. They stream also. Who knows how long? They stream a nice amount of time, at least. Maybe 4 streams a week, like I do. Each of them, most of the time, at least 3 hours long or so. Your mileage may vary. And on top of that, they have time to watch like a dozen anime series. Well, that's hyperbole, but they're watching like 4 other series in the middle of it. Like, how the fuck do you find the time for all that? How are you keeping up with like all the seasonal anime release? What? How the hell are you making the time for that? Teach me, master. Or is it just that different metabolism that you are perfectly healthy and fine even though you only slept like 30 oh shit. Like 30 minutes last night, or what the hell, man? How do you do that? How do you do that? And they don't, you know, it's not just live streaming when you take it more seriously than a hobby, if you will. You do other things off the stream, especially if you're producing like video and shorts content, creating thumbnails, planning a stream, depending on what kind of stream it is, tweeting, making announcements on Twitter, etc. That sort of thing, right? You know, recording song covers. I'm hoping to find the time to get all those things though, but there's so many things I want to watch right now. I remember, like, I started watching Star Trek Enterprise last year, made it to the first 2 seasons, watched a few first episodes of the 3rd season, but that's as far as I went. Not to mention, like, other things like Star Wars. I watched the Obi-Wan Kenobi series and I wanted to watch the other ones, but haven't been able to make the time for that. Oh, I hate this one. I suck at this one. And we're playing solo, aren't we? Alright. I also queued up for duos. Are we playing solo? No, hold on. Haven't been even paying attention to that. It is solo. Okay. But right now, there's a sort of genre of anime and tokusatsu, for that matter. Most tokusatsu is like this, because most tokusatsu... Also, most of the time when people say tokusatsu, they're referring to Japanese superheroes. Live action... Oh, shoot. Okay, that was kind of close. Live action Japanese superheroes. Godzilla is something that is tokusatsu too, but... That's why I sometimes don't try Try not to say wow. Try not to say tokusatsu. Just try to say live action Japanese superheroes, but it's kind of a mouthful sometimes. Muskashi, demo. Gambarimasu. Okay. As far as I went on that one, that was the best run I had so far, but I don't think we're gonna make it. Only 3 more people left to qualify? Ooh. Yeah, it wasn't a good run. I rarely ever perform well in this round. Listen to that glow, though. What was I gonna say, though? There's a certain genre of, like, series I'm wanting to watch right now. Most of them in Japanese. Really, all of them right now, I'm thinking in Japanese. Kamen Rider. Look at how slow the progression is. That is absolutely ridiculous. Mediatonic, please fix that. That is just terribly, terribly done. I understand that you progress faster if you do challenges. That is the case with any game. But it should still be at a certain speed that's not frustrating when it's just without doing them. Fortnite is able to do that perfectly well. So, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody please tell the developers of Fall Guys to step up their game. Otherwise, I know for certain I'm not alone in feeling this way about progression. Also because most challenges, like this is a hugely luck-based game, unlike Fortnite, Apex. There's luck involved in there too, but not as much as in this one. There's a huge difference. So completing some of those challenges is also very difficult. You could be playing 10 hours a day, doing your best, having some good skills in it, and you may still not do them. But that's a bit of hyperbole, but yeah. So they need to do better with the progression of the season pass. And if that keeps up, then Fall Guys may kind of fall off the rotation of games I stream in favor of other ones. There's many factors, I'm not gonna get into all of them as to what games I choose to stream. Or even play off the stream, right? Sometimes I'm able to do both. It's great when I do both. But yeah. Oh yeah, I haven't played FF14 in a couple days now. I did play a lot last Monday. I did some stuff offline with Alurin who helped me get that mount that he was talking about from Ramu. And you're gonna see it tomorrow. Well, maybe, depending on where I go. I need to be in an outdoor area that's not a city. It depends on when... Oh, shoot. It depends on where... Okay, there we go. It depends on where the Hildebrand Manderville questline takes me. Oh god, that was awful. Get me up there, damn it. Okay, we made it here. Alright. Anyway, as I was saying... that part is so stressful. But yeah, what was I saying? Factors to stream a game. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, apart from and we played other things. We did a bunch of daily roulettes. And it was fun. It's not something I can frequently do off the stream. Honestly, those things, like nowadays, I really gotta focus on content creation more than anything. More than anything else. And it includes playing with friends like that. Or, well, playing video games in general. But, yeah, after that Monday, we played quite a few hours of FF14 together. Good stuff. But then, oh dear, my dear squad mate, you were not doing well there. Bless your heart. We still qualified though. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I haven't played FF14 since Tuesday, Wednesday, today, didn't play it. Not gonna have time to play FF14 today. No. Since I'm starting these streams at like evening time, my time, or like my main time zones and such, there's not much time I have to do other things after the stream, like close to my, depending on when I finish too. It's close to like the end of my day when I finish. That's something I generally don't like, which is why I prefer to have streams a little bit earlier. But I like to have a little bit of wiggle room to do other things, because it's not just a matter of I shut the stream off and I go to sleep. No, there's other post-stream things to do, and then IRL mundane nonsense that I have to take care of before I can go to sleep. So, yeah. It's like leaving work like 1 hour before your bedtime. Like, that's stressful. You barely have time to do anything. It's kind of like that. Hey, I want to grab that thing there. What happens if I grab that? I don't think you get... Do you get a bonus or something if you grab that? I don't get it. That is so... Yeah, this is not a game in which you need to grab that, right? I think it's just there for fun. That's a great design choice for this round. This is the easy version. Not trying to get overconfident about this, but it's only one rhino. That's easy enough. I think. Well, definitely easier compared to having 3 of them. And when you don't have that middle area, there's a middle area here, but not the one that's more deeper in the middle, so to speak. When that one, most people stay in the center there because it's safe. But it doesn't work the same for this one. And I know because I tried to be there, and I ended up getting eliminated anyway. Oh, we are only 3 squad members down and 1 got eliminated. We're not gonna make it. No, we ain't gonna make it. We're not gonna make it anymore. No big deal though. Let's see if I can at least get another bloody level. Let's see how slow progression is. Let's see. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? That is ridiculous. Please, Mediatonic, fix that. Hey, you've been seeing it so far. Already, within the first hour of the stream, I've sung praises to some great changes that I've seen done here and there. A great design choice on that last round. But I'm also calling out things that I think are just wrong and need to be fixed. So hopefully I continue to be balanced like this in everything I talk about. Of course, if I really did hate Fall Guys, I wouldn't be playing it, right? No. The pros still beat the cons, but Fall Guys is really one of those games that you don't want to dedicate too much time to it, or you want to multitask with it. Something I do a lot when I play it off the stream is listen to something, a podcast, an audiobook. Sometimes I do have to pause it. There are some games that kind of really require my attention, like the fruit counting ones, the one of the recent ones, or no, it's not that recent, but in which you have to match the pattern on a screen with your team. Forget the name. It's one that is like really difficult for me, but yeah. I forget the name of that, but yeah. For the most part, I can do that. Sometimes I don't mute the game, like I can have the game sounds on top of what I'm hearing. Could be another live stream. If it's a live stream in which they're like giving informational content, like, you know, kind of like a class, kind of like a tutorial, but you can just listen to it, yeah. I generally just listen to it, since I don't fully need to watch it. That's the thing about it. Oh, that was a nice jump. That went well. Well enough, I'd say. Okay, let's see how we do this time on this. A little bit better than last time, alright. Let me in! There we go! A million times better than the last time. How is the squad doing in general? I don't know. Oh, look at that, we got this one. I'm so glad. It's always great when you're able to grab that one. Gives you a great advantage. Oh, I was close. I nearly was able to grab all the trap... How do you say it? Trapeze? Trapezes? Well, you know, the bar. Let's call it the bar. The swinging bar. That's what I'm gonna call it. Because I don't know the pronunciation of the word. Trapeze? I think it's trapeze, but correct me if I'm wrong. Or of course it could be a tomato-tomato situation. My banana guy here though is experiencing the pain I experienced last time. Although they seem to be doing a little bit worse. Yeah, in these cases, you want to just go to the side there and just continue on. There you go. You can do it. That jump there is also tricky. Takes a lot of practice to know the best timing for it, you pretty much have to wait until it swings all the way through. And did you see the way they jump there? That jump there looked really weird. Like, you can't ever make a jump like that, but that's one of the things that goes into the display lag that I was talking about. And take a look at the guy up to the left of me. To my left and to my right. They have like, yeah, one of them has an outfit that's different. But the one on the right has the outfit from like those challenges. That outfit I wanted to get. But that other one, that looked like a sort of gray cosmic outfit. It's probably one that I didn't get because I missed the timing of that. If it's anything like Fortnite though, they're just gonna return them to the shop at some point, but you will have to pay Showbox for them. That's a good business model in my opinion. One thing I never like, though, I can understand where they come from in this approach. Ultimately, I have mixed feelings about it, steering towards the negative, but when video games do like limited time cosmetics, and when the cosmetics are gone, you can never get them again. Literally never. Cosmetics in a gacha game, it could be cards or monsters, whatever it is that you get in the game. And you know, it's limited for like 1 month of a year and you never see it again. I don't like that. It sucks to have people miss out like that. Another example I can think of, though I can understand that at the same time. Ultimately, it's a cosmetic thing. There's a thing such as completionism, but ultimately I do agree that it's not the best mindset to have. And it's an impossible one anyway, even with games that don't have this going on. They have so many cosmetics and stuff like that it's not really possible to be a completionist. Other examples I can think of that are kind of like this are number 1 in Adventure Quest in Arctic's... Oh, hold on. In Arctic's Entertainment, sometimes... Is that Francesca? That's the trumpet, right? From Austin Creed, the WWE wrestler. That's the emote based on like Francesca. Francesca is the name of his it's not a trumpet, but I forget like the actual name of the thing, but yeah. Anyway, man, I really wish I had any WWE cosmetics as a pro wrestling fan, you know. But yeah, oh, there's a nice clown cosmetic I see right beneath me. Those look like fun as well. But yeah, so usually something they do in Arctic's Entertainment is that they sell things in Hero Mart, their physical store. A lot of these tend to be calendars for a year. So they probably have the 2023 calendar still available right now. And they nearly always come with cosmetics for the games they have. Usually it's AQ3D, AQ Worlds, and AQ Classic. They don't have as much for Dragon Fable or Mech Quest or the other games they have these days, but these things tend to be available only for a certain time. I think all calendars are kind of available right now, actually, and they include the cosmetics in the game, but there are other things like some shirts that you can never buy in any way again. And let's stick around here. We may get some rings in the future. What the hell? Hey, what the hell? Oh my god, that must have been lag. Okay, that is bullshit, Mediatonic. What the hell? Did you see what happened there? Did you see what happened there? It is documented, it is streamed, it has been recorded. A great blue injustice just happened there. I totally went through that ring. I should have scored it. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. That is bullshit. But alright, at least the team is doing well. Oh, hello. Hold on, Alurin. Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh! Fanfare.
Hope the Fall Guys games are going great. Wanted to drop this now as I won't be here tomorrow now.
Alright, noted, Alurin. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, yeah, I'm having enough fun. A few frustrating things as you saw right there. But otherwise, yeah. It's the usual Fall Guys shenanigans. Damn it, Mediatonic, fix your lag issues. That was not on my end. Okay, there we go. I did score that one, as I should have, damn it. Nicely done. Thanks to my teammate there. At least my team is not losing, but that is a great injustice. That is such BS. But, thank you, Lurin. You're a supernova. Ooh, they got that. Nice jump. Always blame the lag. No, that was 1,000,000% lag. It happened again! It happened again! Get the fuck out of here! It happened again. Did you see it? I went through the ring! I went through the ring! We qualified at least. It just happened again. What are you doing, Mediatonic? Oh my god. I went through the ring, it didn't register it. What's going on? I'm guessing it's lag because it was also telling me that I was also having like the little, in a previous game, not sure if it was there on this game, I didn't see. But, you know, that signal thing, symbol. I forget what you call that. But it's so frustrating. Like, if I lose because of that, it sucks. Although, as I was saying, there's no way to really keep a record of the games we've done so far. Like, wins and losses, you don't really have something like that here, but... Man, it's a good thing my voice is so well today. It was weak the last 2 days, but today is so strong. I'm able to just go haywire like that. I told you, we're gonna scream today. This is Fall Guys. What do you think it's gonna be like? You think it's gonna be an ASMR, lo-fi? No. Nothing like that. That's not the Fall Guys experience. But yeah, sorry, Lurin, if I didn't fully acknowledge your... I messed that up. Let's be careful here. Let's be careful here. This game is so sweaty. I mean, this round is so sweaty. Although you can say that about a lot of the rounds in Fall Guys. But yeah, oh my god. What was I saying? Hey, Lurin, in case you're not here later, I will acknowledge your sub right now. Wherever you may go, whether it's Tamriel, Eorzea, Vanadiel, Middle-earth, Tatooine, Dantooine, Naboo, Coruscant, Vivek's Antlers, King's Landing, Normandy, Jupiter, Spain, Mars, Mexico. Wherever you may go, you have gone from an already shining superstar to an even brighter supernova. And how many... hold on. I can't look away from the game, but I didn't see how many months you have now. Thank you so much for that sub. Ugh. How many months? Oh my god, I look away from one moment. I can't. I'm gonna take a look after we finish here. Oh yeah, one squad mate got eliminated here. We're still in first place somehow. Oh my god. Yeah, this is... a lot of us, a lot of the players are surviving. This is gonna go on for a while. Which means it's gonna get sweatier and sweatier. My teammate there nearly got eliminated. Yeah, so close. Yeah, Muskashi. Okay. We made it through that. And a lot of the other teammates are also I saw you posted a message. Oh my god. Okay. Can't do anything much about that. Yeah, so I won't be here tomorrow. It's a Final Fantasy Square Enix concert. I was supposed to go to back in November, then got delayed, then canceled. Has returned and been rescheduled for tomorrow. Hey, it's still gonna be a Final Fantasy Friday for you, Lurin. I like it. It's still Final Fantasy Friday. Let's go. You tell me how the experience is because it sounds so fucking good. Hey, if they play any Octopath Traveler songs, let me know. Looks like I will be busy tomorrow, but instead of playing 14, I will be experiencing it. No, when you play, you experience it. But yeah. Yeah, he was the last survivor. They were the last survivor, so they were just flexing there, literally. Did you see that? Let's go. I love my squad. They have some fun skins, a couple of cosmic-looking skins. And then the muscle suit that, like, that they're doing now with, like, one of the challenges or whatever it is. Hey, anytime you play a game is an experience. I don't ever want to see you saying that, Elurin. No, I see your point, though. Yeah, if they do any Octopath Traveler, I'd love that. Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm probably just gonna, yeah, like, if there's a recorded performance, I'm guessing it's a tour, right? If there's a recorded performance of this tour they're doing, I'd love to see it. So who is it on the yellow team? Is it me? It's not me. Oh, it's the cosmic looking skin, as I call it. I'll just change my skin after this. Might be a good time to do it. I'm gonna, well, I think I'm in the mood to wear like a full outfit. You know, not paying attention to the patterns I have or the colors I have, because the outfit just completely covers the body of my guy, of my bean. You know, the game is called Fall Guys, so that's why I say guy a lot. Usually I try to avoid it because there's potential inaccuracies because of gender, but I mean, I've heard it argued. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! That was close. What the hell? Speaking of close, here we go. Here we go. Come to me. Yeah, let's get jinxed. You jinx me, I jinx you. Seems like a very equal exchange, except we're losing though. We are on the losing side. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I am terrible at this one. I'm terrible at actually catching people. And I am rusty because I haven't played in a couple of weeks or so. Yeah, I had a nice, I had some nice wins when I was playing it a week or two ago when I was playing Fall Guys off the stream. Let's really concentrate here, hold on. And it involved, one of them was in, okay. One of them was in this game. And I actually ended up jinxing, like, I was the first one to be jinxed on my team. And I ended up jinxing like a lot of people, including the last one. And it was like the final, it was also the final round, like in this one. Literally the final round like that. So yeah, it's a tour? Okay. Yeah, if they have any recorded performances, I would love to see that. That's great though, we got a couple nice challenges. One of them does go towards like that cosmetic outfit. I am gonna change right now though. Look at those lovely stars. Lovely stars. Yeah, definitely get a level out of that. My god, that progression is slower than a snail, I swear. But okay, let's collect these rewards. Heart-shelled. And then 200 kudos. Very nice, very nice. What I'm really going for are these two though. Which is why I'm gonna... Oh my god! I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to get all of these though. You have to win a solo show. Are you kidding me? You have to win a whole solo show. No. No, yeah, like to get to the 1000. Let me see. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 100 plus the 200. Yeah. I have to win in the solo show. Forget about it. Forget about it. I'm not gonna get that. I'm still gonna try my best though, of course. But no, why are you doing this to me, Mediatonic? What the hell is the matter with them? They're just putting all these impossible challenges in front of people, not fixing their lag issues. I'm not gonna forget what happened with those rings, okay? There's even a chance you may meet one of the Square Enix composers. My gosh, that sounds wonderful. I hope it works out like that. One way or another, I hope it's a great experience. I doubt it's not gonna be a great experience unless like the theater catches on fire or something. Short of that, yeah. Think, oh yeah, let's go for like the tall guy, Grandies, as he gets called. But do I have like a... Yes, I have the lower. Yeah, this will do. It's been a while since I've used this one, I think. Let's go. Oh, but come on. Give me a break. This one is gonna be difficult, having to see... Don't say that, guy, then. Ah, you're fine, you're fine. No. I think... See, I have that superstition about that. Some people say, oh no, you said it, you're jinxing it. I feel like it's the other way around. Like, if you don't say it, that's when you're jinxing it. Like, you're going in all smiles, you know, because, oh, you know, the theater catching on fire is a super unlikely thing. So it doesn't even, it's not even worth mentioning. But because you didn't mention it, it happens to you. It happens to you. So yeah. I can be superstitious in the silliest of ways sometimes. I like to think deep down it's not really like that, but sometimes I'm like, let's not say anything because it's gonna be jinxed. We've been saying the word jinx a lot today. We had that round for jinxing. Oh, actually, I'm playing a Pokemon game, and I have a Smoochum that is going to evolve into a Jinx, and it is going to be in my final party. I am definitely silly. Welcome to the Tajigen Temple, Elurin. Hey, welcome. It's your favorite superstar, the multi-dimensional Tajigen Kaiden, a sentient star cluster in virtual idol form. Yeah, you can call me silly. It's one of the things I do. I'm silly, yet I'm also charming. Yet I'm also a worthy presence in your life, a shining superstar. As long as you don't call me stupid, call me silly. But I'm digressing here. No, yeah, sometimes I use words in a funky way as well. No, actually, yeah, don't call anybody stupid. So that's very derogatory. But what was I gonna say? I was talking about other things, I forgot. 46 points though. That's not too shabby, I think. How's the squad doing? Oh, we are not doing well. We are in 13th place. What the heck? We didn't make it. We didn't make it. I think I was the squad member that did the best on that. Oh, no, maybe not. I'm not sure. But alright. Man, I was really hoping to get, like, those skins there. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, you have to win one solo show to get all the rewards for that. Oh, and the progression here is gonna kill me. They're killing me with this. They're just murdering me. My god. Mediatonic. So what level were we when we started? We were 37, right? Or rank, or whatever you want to call it. Let's remember that, and let's see what level we are by the time we finish the stream. Alright? That will be really telling on how slow the progression is. And not just that, but also look at what challenges we have completed. The more challenges we have completed, the more we're going to advance. But I recall having a stream before in which I completed a lot of the challenges, and we still barely made it through 3 levels. Like, come on! No, and I have faith that they will improve that, because ever since they went free to play, and they got basically taken over by Epic, well, that's not a good way to say it. Pretty much like bought by Epic Games, or under the umbrella of Epic Games. They started to adopt good business models that, mostly I know them from Fortnite. They probably have applied them to other games. But, yeah, for example, you think Season Pass progression is bad right now. It used to be worse. That was a great lucky jump right there. Look at that. I skipped a lot of the map right there. That was great. Alrighty, alrighty. That worked out quite nicely. This is the best run I've had on this so far. Yeah, out of all the runs I've had in this round, in this race, this is I think, the best one I've ever had. Yeah. That was a great one. But... oh, damn, what was I saying? What the hell was I saying? Ah! Remind me in the chat, I forgot. No, yeah, another thing I am is forgetful. That's another great word to describe me. Bloody hell, what the hell was I talking about? It was something important. Oh yeah, progression. Progression used to be worse. They used to have only 50 levels, and even within those 50 levels, you were even slower. It's even faster than it was before, because there's now 100 when there used to be 50, but it's really not much faster. Or actually, I think it's not actually faster. It feels faster because there's more levels, but it's not faster. It's not. Like... No. It's not. It's not. Well, at least I think it's not. Sorry, trying to think for a moment here. Trying to remember. Yeah. Like, the fact that I'm still only, like, barely at level 38 right now. It's still the same progression. So, actually, before, when it was slow, it made sense because you only had 50 levels in a season pass. But since they changed to 100, like, they didn't increase the speed that much, if at all. And that is not a good way to go about it. I think they messed that up there, but... again, this is just one of the... oh, shit. This is just one of the many things... I was so unlucky. This is one of the many things that they changed when Epic took over, so to speak. And, concentrating here. Oh yeah, and this is solo, I just realized. I rarely ever get to go through those first two whenever I respawn here. I usually go in the middle of them instead. They adopted other things, like the way they approach the shop and all that. And those were definitely great moves right there. Ah! That was close. Let's get that golden ring! Okay. How much was that? 3? I think it is 3, right? Okay, that went a lot better than last time. People are starting to qualify. We're kinda close, but not close enough. 5 more left. Let's see how this goes. I always go in between them instead of through them. Why? Oh, this is gonna be extremely close. Yeah, extremely close. I was like 1 away. Like one way or another, it was gonna be close. And you want me to win a solo show like that? That's never gonna happen. I don't think I've ever won a solo show, actually. If I have, it's only been once, but I think I literally have never won a solo show. Hold on, I'm not certain about that. I think I maybe have won one. If I did, I probably have a screenshot somewhere. I'm not sure. Probably. Okay. Let's continue. It's a grind, and a grind means we keep going with barely any breaks. Let's do this. And yeah, I'm not addressing this as much, but there are ads going on like every 30 minutes or so. Usually it's happening while I'm in the middle of a game, so I can't do much about that. But it's still better than having them at random times, so yeah. And that's something Twitch still needs to improve on, but I've covered that Pandora box so many times, I'm not gonna go into that today. What are things that Fall Guys is doing right now, though? Well, the fact that I think they're kind of aware of how slow progression is in a season, because every season runs for quite a long time. Like, or I might be mistaken about that, but they do feel like they are longer than a Fortnite season, for example. Because again, progression is much slower here, so I think they're doing that intentionally because they know how slow progression is for people. Yeah, we're having quite a few solo games here. Usually when I queue up for multiple shows, solo, squads, or maybe something else, it's usually just solo and squads, but this time I have duos because there's challenges involving that. It would be the first time I ever play in duos. Let's jump. Yeah, you want to be jumping through these a little bit. Going through this door. Oh my god. Can't even jump properly. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Life has many doors, said boy. Alright, let's see which one is it. Middle door. We got lucky here. Let's just keep going. There's no reason to jump here. Just keep going there. Just keep going. There we go. That was kind of close, I think. Oh, the 3 SpongeBobs there couldn't make it. Look at that. A triple SpongeBob elimination. Wow. They're all 3 of them are out. Back to the Krusty Krab. Patrick did stay here, though. There's a Patrick star in there. It's fun. This is a fun aspect of Fall Guys, though. Oh, yeah, and collabs. They've been doing more collabs with things since Epic took over. Just like Fortnite, right? Yeah, like WWE, SpongeBob, Sonic. Although Sonic happened before the Epic takeover, I think. Did WWE happen after the Epic takeover? I think it did, but I'm not sure. And then what else is there? I think there's been Halo. Yeah, Halo. I think there was Doom. Oh, I gotta concentrate on this one. I suck at this one, and this time I can't rely on a squad to kind of carry me through this. So let's see how this goes. I think it's the one on the far right. I got it right. Okay. I think it's this one. No, it's not. How is it not that one? I don't get it. But okay. In this case, it's not a good idea to follow the majority, because if you're following the majority, that means there's a large number of people going in before you. So that means you're not gonna qualify. This is solo. Oh boy. Why is it that one? I'm following the pattern on the floor, and I end up just... It ends up pointing to another one, so how is it that one? I don't get it. But okay, everybody seems to be going towards this one. Oh yeah, we're not gonna make it at this rate. That's the problem when you follow the majority, but it seems to be the best course of action. I really don't understand this one. You're supposed to follow from the center towards a path that leads to one of the portals. And as long as the path doesn't break off from either end, that's when you know you made it. But then sometimes there's multiple paths that lead to it. Like, from the center, it actually leads towards multiple portals. So how do you know which one it is? Something about puzzle path that I'm not getting. I feel like I need to read a guide about that. It's one of those that, wow, like, you actually need to read a guide. I don't think I've ever read any guide for any round in Fall Guys. Funny enough. Anyway, let me get some water. Maybe my voice is doing well because I had some water with lemon right before the stream. And I'm gonna try to have the same. So I'm gonna put it in a mug I have here. And I have a lemon slice. And I'll just put it there. Oh yeah, I think you may be hearing me pour the water. It's doing a lot of watery sounds. Hey, speaking of watery, look at this map. Lily Leapers. Sometimes I do really well in it, sometimes not so much. Let's see how we do. The middle path, oh, I think it's the moving one. Hard to tell. Is it the moving one? No, I think it wasn't, but that doesn't make it any less tricky. Well, actually, yeah, slightly less tricky. Slightly is the key word there. Oh, yes, the word tricky. I tried to prevent myself from saying, oh, this is very tricky. This one is very tricky because that applies to literally everything in this game. In this game. Oh, no. That was a botched jump there. Because, oh, because people got in the way. That's just the nature of the business. Oh, shit. You see? You see? It literally happened there. I couldn't fully jump because there were people above me. Ah! Oh, that was close. What the heck? Okay, yeah, this is the easiest middle pattern. Oh my god. Easiest, but not easy. Okay. That could have gone a million times worse. One of the best runs I've had. Oh, well, no, I think I've had many better runs than this, but it's still one of the better runs in general. Just drinking the lemon water right here. Something I need to do more often anyway. You know also why? Because sometimes I get leftover lemon slices. And it seems like the best usage of it. If I'm not using it for something else, of course. So many times have I had like leftover lemon slices that I don't throw away because it feels like a waste. Like, they still have a lot of juice in them. They haven't even been squeezed even once. And they end up just going bad. They just stay here on my desk even sometimes. And they end up going bad and I have to throw it away, and it was a perfectly fine lemon slice. This feels terrible. What a waste. But I need to do this more often. Not only because it's good for my throat, like, but because it's a good usage of them. Killing two birds with one stone like that, it really works out. So this is the squad show, we're qualified. Another SpongeBob got eliminated. Oh yes, I see an Undertaker. I see an Undertaker with a hot dog lower body. Wow. I think one day maybe I'll get one of the WWE 2K games. And I would love to play that on the stream. I mean, hopefully it's able to run well on the PC and all that. Maybe by that time I already have upgraded. the PC, but yeah. I've been thinking of maybe streaming Fire Pro Wrestling World. It's been years since I first got into it, actually, but I don't think I've ever actually streamed it. Yeah, I remember it was late 2018 when I first got into it. And, oh, thank you for the shout out to Lurin Mist. There we go. Gotta keep sliding. You didn't see it? It did go through. It did go through. I don't know why you can't see it. I know it doesn't show up in the stream. Oh my gosh. Let me through. I know it doesn't show up on the on-screen chat, but I did see it. It worked. The first one worked, don't worry. Even like the Twitch version. What the heck is going on your end, Mist? Unless you did see it. What was I saying though? Damn it, what was I saying? I forgot. I was talking about something and I forgot. Am I more forgetful than usual today? It kind of feels like I am. Okay, plus 23 points. How are we doing? Gotta wait 59 minutes to use the Twitch version of Shoutout. Well, it doesn't matter because it did go through. Like, they have now... This is a good change from Twitch. All the praise is there. You don't need to do the slash version. Like, when you do an exclamation mark, it recognizes it too and it shows up at the top of the chat like that. Oh, I'm really feeling the lemon on that, though. Was I talking about the lemon slices? No, I think I already finished talking about that. That, like, train of thought or whatever. But yeah. The progression is so slow. If we can at least make it to level 40, that's gonna be good. I need to continue playing this every day, I guess. No, yeah, like, there's gotta be room to be able to play it. Again, I can do this while listening to things. There's been some live streams where they talked about things that I've been listening to here and there. You're getting married in FF14 tomorrow? What? Oh, I think I know who you're gonna marry. I was playing with Luring and some other people from, well, Ducky and another person from the guild of Lurin. I think that's who you're gonna marry. I think she mentioned it. So hey, congratulations on the wedding. Is it your first wedding? I think it's not. I mean, your first wedding in FF14. Well, congratulations for that. Ah, yeah, Adexi. Okay, so it is her. Okay. Well, there you are. What a Final Fantasy Friday. On my end is a Gold Saucer Mania. On your end is a marriage. It's a wedding. On Illurin's end is a concert. How lovely. Now, there's a nice Final Fantasy Friday. First Final Fantasy Friday of February. That's a lot of F words right there. First February Final Fantasy Friday. And I don't mean February 1st, the date, but like the first Friday of February. Lots of F words. I feel like I'm talking with a lisp sometimes. No, sometimes I say words so fast that happens. Sometimes you may hear that I say something and it sounds like I'm saying it. Oh my god, what the hell was that? Let me in. Did you see what happened there? I grabbed it and they like kicked me out of it. Oh, that was nice though. A door closes, another one opens, you might say. Got unlucky in one part, I got lucky in another. That's great. That's great. Yush! And oh my gosh, I'm really more forgetful today than I usually am. What the hell? What the hell was I saying? I was talking about... Right, yeah. The lisp thing, right? Sometimes you may hear me say something that starts with S. And it may sound like I'm speaking with a lisp. But I'm not. It's just because of the filters that I have set up on the microphone. And believe me, I've done a myriad of tests with it. And these are the best settings that I can have right now. Without having very deep knowledge about audio settings and all that. Many thanks to the video nerd. I think I mentioned the tutorial they had for making USB microphones sound better. There's been some talk here and there about USB XLR microphones and all that. In general, USB microphones can be fantastic. As a professional creator, you're perfectly fine with them. But if you think you might go for an XLR microphone, that's the key word, might. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I got to focus on this one. I still don't understand how this one works. Like, I try following the pattern, but sometimes... How do they know it's the middle one? How do they know that? There's a lot that link to the center panel, to the center circle. How the hell do they know that? Yeah, this time I'm just following the crowd. I can't ever do this solo. I can't. Okay, this one seems... Or maybe the one that has like the most... Oh my god, oh my god, did you see what happened there? I nearly fell off the stage there. That would have been a first for this. What would have happened? Where would I respawn if I fell off? Right there. Well, okay, that was lucky. I was just following the majority. I was just following the majority right there. Yeah, so, okay. I do remember what I was talking about, thankfully. So if you're on the fence, I feel like those who struggle the most deciding whether it's a USB or XLR one are those who don't know if they're really gonna, like, go for broke with this. Or they really are just gonna say, after 3 months or so, hey, you know what, I'm gonna stop streaming forever. Or something like that, right? If you are on that camp, there's a great in-between for that. That it's not gonna cost you a lot of money. Which are USB microphones that can also turn into an XLR microphone. I used to have one like that, which was the ATR 2100. It unfortunately stopped working, so I went back to my Blue Yeti. But yeah, I want to buy a new one though. I eventually want to buy a new one. The biggest problem with the Blue Yeti has nothing to do with USB or XLR. I will say this, you're starting out as a streamer, content creator, podcaster, whatever. Do not buy a Blue Yeti. At least not like the default model. You know, the one that's just called Blue Yeti and nothing else, right? Don't do that. It has nothing to do with USB or XLR. It has to do with space, with weight and volume. It's gonna either occupy a lot of space on your desk, or you're gonna try to put it on a boom arm, on a mic stand, and it's gonna be a nightmare because... hold on. Because you can't place it on a regular boom arm. So with boom arms, microphone stands, they tend to be very universal. Like pretty much any microphone works in them, except for the Blue Yeti. The Blue Yeti is so big that the weight just makes the boom arm fall down. The boom arm is not able to take the whole weight of the Blue Yeti. And oh my god, that was super unlucky. What the hell? Oh, Fall Guys. Another day in the office and Fall Guys. We got some good daily challenges done though. I got 20 crown shards out of that. Look at the progression on that. Did you see that? Did you see that atrocity? How I barely advanced through the season pass. Even after completing a couple challenges and getting 20 crown shards. My god. I think I'm going to... I don't know, man. I'm starting to really feel bad about that. I'm starting to get really bad vibes from that. Like I said that... So I'm missing a few show box to be able to afford the season pass. That's why I don't have like the upgraded version of this. How much is the upgraded version? 950 show box. I have 550. I need 400 more. So what I said I would do is to spend some money on the game to get a little bit of show box, maybe some other cosmetics while I'm at it. If they come together in a pack. But that's only after I have unlocked this. So that when I buy it, boom, it's immediately gonna come to me. Otherwise, I spend the money and I may not make it here and I just like wasted it. Not a full waste because I get other things from the season pass, but still. But even that, I'm not sure if I want to do it anymore. Because if it keeps being this slow, I think I might just abandon the game or approach it super casually. And if I do, then it's not worth spending my money on this. I'll tell you this, I've already spent money on the game by buying it before it went free to play. And it was nice. I still think it deserved that money, but it will stop being a good investment, so to speak, if progression is this abysmally slow. I think it's the biggest issue with the game right now. And there's some other issues here and there. I could get them on the season pass itself, or actually no, I can't. Never mind. No, ironically, I would unlock it only after buying that. Yeah. I would have to spend money. And I don't know if I want to do it anymore. But the grinding has to continue, right? So I don't know. I don't know if we'll have it next week. Maybe it's the opportunity to go back to Smite. I've been meaning to go back to Smite to finally maybe learn how to play like the 5v5 main mode. You know, the MOBA game mode, if you will. The thing you think about when you think of MOBAs. I've never played a MOBA like that. So Smite is literally the only MOBA I've ever played. Only a few months ago that I played for the first time. But I've only ever played like, what is it called? Arena? The 3v3 game mode that doesn't have towers, doesn't have bases. I tried another one that was similar, that was also 3v3. And it was like with towers and bases and all that. And I sucked so much at that. I was like, damn it, this game sucks. No, I was the one that was just not doing well. But I couldn't figure out what the hell I was doing wrong. The key part for me when it comes to enjoying a game, even if I get beating a lot, like in Master Duel, if I can figure out what I did wrong at least. Yeah, like with Master Duel, a lot of the time is just not reading the card text or not having a meta deck. But I know what it is. And so I know what I would need to do to improve. If I'm ever able. For the meta decks, it depends on the gems and the materials I have, right? But if I have played for like 100 hours and I still can't understand why I am not doing well, then it's a super frustrating experience. And it means that it takes me a seriously... There we go. A seriously long time, oh my god, to learn how to do something. I do believe in the... I do subscribe to the belief that you can be good at anything you set your... Oh, shoot. I do subscribe to the belief that you can be good at anything you set your mind to. But I subscribe to a belief that I think a lot of people don't agree to, or, well, they don't realize when they say this, or they don't even know about, which is that there are different learning speeds for people, and there is such a thing as innate skills and innate talent. So let's talk about singing, for example, something I do. There are some things I do in singing that make me a lot better than a lot of people, and there are some things I just haven't done yet. Things I can do that some people can do so much better than me. But for me, I think I had a nice innate talent for singing from the beginning. There's a relative I have that is good at singing. It's probably inherited to an extent. I don't know if something like that is inherited. I think it's kind of biological, so yeah, it probably is. But yeah, I mean, when I acquired this human form as the star cluster I am, right? There are some other people who will not have the innate talent to do it. They are going to spend more hours learning what I learned. What took me 10 hours to learn is gonna take them 100 hours to learn. You see the big difference there? And it's kind of hyperbole, but sometimes it's not even hyperbole. It's literally that amount of time. Okay. I'm gonna have to focus on this one. Or actually, no, I'm gonna go to the very center and hope we do well. And on top of that, on top of like innate skills, innate, inherent talent and all that, whatever you want to call it. Hang on to people. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh dear, I am so gonna die. I am gonna die. Ah! Oh yeah, this was not a good game. Ah! That was close, that was close, that was close. Whoa, look at me! I've never seen that happen. Somebody stays like above a group of guys like that. Oh dear. Have mercy. Have mercy. Right, my rhino overlords. beg for mercy from the rhino overlords. That's what this game is. Yeah, you gotta see it from the perspective of the rhinos as well. We are a bunch of pests that they have to get rid of. Oh wow, how the fuck am I still alive? Holy shit. Okay. Let's go back to the middle, or not. 4 seconds left, 3, 2, 1. Wow, that was so close. I nearly got eliminated earlier. Okay, what was I talking about? Right, learning speeds. On top of that, there is like an innate sort of like brain pattern to people. I'm not sure what to call this, but it's sort of like innate talents as well, but innate learn sets, so to speak. Like, for example, me, I'm somebody who it's easier for me to learn something related to languages and arts as opposed to something related to mathematics and science. And so somebody who is not able to learn the nuances of singing, not even the nuances, just like something on the surface level of singing, it's even worse there. You know how I said 100 hours? Well, what takes me 10 hours, for them is gonna take them 1,000 hours to learn. And if they, on top of this, they also have the innate talent thing I mentioned earlier, then it's gonna be 10,000 hours. So that's why there's something that looks impossible. Oh my god, hold on. It's not so much that it's impossible, but what is that skin? Is that Kizuna Ai? Wait a minute, is that Kizuna Ai? Is that Kizuna Ai the first ever VTuber? Are you kidding me? Is that an actual Kizuna Ai outfit? It looks like it is, but I'm not sure. Wow, I know there has been Hatsune Miku, but that might be somebody else from Vocaloid, I'm not sure. Yeah, I just remember there used to be Hatsune Miku outfits. I don't think I got any of the outfits. I did get like a nameplate, I think. Oh, whoa. Alright. Salute for all the survivors so far. I'm not taunting, I'm saluting. 07, you know, 07. But yeah, it's not that these things are actually impossible. They really... Oh, shit. Okay. There really isn't such a thing as impossible. But... Well, except something like that's actually impossible, like stapling water to a wall or imagining a new color or something like that. Okay, progression is a little bit better, thank goodness for that. Something to do with some of the challenges I completed. Sometimes even when you complete challenges, you still don't make it far enough. I mean, I don't know how many games we played so far, but only until now have we made it to level 40. We were at 37. We've been live for 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours. And it's only been 3 levels so far. This is actually faster than I've had in other streams. So, it's not that it's impossible, but it's next to impossible because who's gonna have the time to invest in that much? You have other things to do with your life. There's other things you have to learn. There's other things you have to do. You may not have those 10,000 hours to learn that skill. I don't think there's a human being on the planet that only needs to learn one skill to get them through life. It's a dozen at the very least that they have to learn from varying speeds. This is why a lot of educational systems are flawed. Because you have like, let's say you have 7 subjects in your grade, you're in 10th grade, you have 7 subjects and 2 of them you just can't get them. And you just are not given enough time to study because you also have to study for the other ones, even though they take you less time than that. You gotta live your life as well, you gotta do other things, you're growing up maybe at that young age, 10th grade, I don't know. You don't have time to invest the 10,000 hours you need to learn physics. And if you don't pass that one subject... Oh, we're in a duos show, by the way. This is my first ever duos show. Ganbatte kudasai, Patona, Aibo. My blue and purple partner. Aoi Aibo. Murasaki Aibo. This one here. Well, we're both doing our best, but this is like 90% luck based. Just a sort of educated guess there on the percentage. I can give you an actual percentage. I don't have those numbers. I have first-hand experience as a player of Fall Guys. That should surely count for a bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to get to that hammer. The big Yeetus, I think it's called. But I think we didn't make it. We were too late. 13th place. A little bit precarious, but we might do it. Ooh, what is that skin that they have? They're like rainbow hands that they had. That look interesting. We made it though. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, like if you don't pass that one physics subject, guess what's gonna happen? You're not going to continue your education. I mean, you're gonna have to repeat the whole year in a lot of educational systems. They give you a lot of chances to make up for it, but even those chances are extremely difficult. And I speak from first-hand experience as well. So yeah. A whole year repeated because of that one thing. It's very flawed for that reason. That's why a lot of people end up cheating. That's why a lot of people don't actually learn it. Well, I'm starting to get into a different issue here. Like, a big issue with a lot of educational systems is that they teach you things you're never gonna need to actually use in your life. So what am I gonna do with that knowledge? I'm just gonna, like, memorize it, and then after it's over, I'm immediately gonna forget it. Like, it's only been a couple days after the semester is over. I have already forgotten. I got a life to live. I don't have time to actually study these things. I'm never gonna use them because I know that I'm never going to attempt to be a doctor. I'm never gonna try. I'm never gonna study. Let's say you are 15 years old. You already know you're not gonna study anything related to nuclear physics. You know you're never gonna pick up anything like that. Why the hold on. Oh my god, that was so close. Anyway, as I was saying, why the fuck do I need to learn calculus if I'm not gonna do anything like that, right? We are done. And this is another thing they need to fix. The fact that you can't leave the show without losing your rewards. Your squad are still in contention. We both got eliminated. Your ass is still in contention, Mediatonic. So no. But yeah, like, that's one of the other issues with educational systems, but... yeah, that's another topic entirely. We could talk about that, though. We could talk about that. Although it's been a while since I've been at those levels of school that I talked about. Like childhood and teenage levels of school. Did something happen to the sound? Or is it my headphones? That was kind of weird, but okay. I think I'm gonna change my outfit. It's been great to be tall guy, but... alright, 80 kudos. Very nice, very nice. I think I'm barely gonna get anything in this season pass. Look at that. Again, the benefit is that for the most part, you can multitask quite nicely with this. That's a live stream I've been listening to. That another VTuber did, in which they were talking about, like... well, I wouldn't call it like a class, but it was educational content that is really nice to listen to. And I can listen to it and still concentrate on what they're saying, like, while I'm listening. What should we do now? Let's do... yeah! Neandroid X. Neandroid. Why does it do that? Sometimes it just jumps back. Or wait, hold on. What is this splatter thing? I don't think I've used it before. Is there an upper body for that? Yes, there is. Oh, stop doing that game. What the hell? I don't think it's my controller. I think it's the game itself. It just yeets me back to the top of the page. To the thing I had selected. What the hell, dude? The orange one goes nicely with this. Yeah, let's do the orange one. I think it goes nicely with that. Oh, and the patterns are noticeable. Hold on. What color would go well with this? This color actually kind of goes nicely. This one doesn't go as nicely as I hoped it would. I might just continue with blue and yellow here for that. You would think any color fits this, because it's like a splatter of all sorts of paint colors, but I don't feel that way about it. Doesn't feel like a lot of this fits. I'll keep that then, but what pattern do we use? And whether it feels fitting or not may also depend on the pattern. I kind of like this one for this. There's also AI construct. Doesn't work, doesn't work. Oh yeah, I think this is related to Halo. I think UNSC is something from Halo. If you know what it means, let me know in the chat, maniacs. What does it stand for? I'm guessing the S is Spartan, but I don't know what the other letters are. Or maybe it's not Spartan, I don't know. This is kind of nice. But ultimately, I don't like it as much. Ah, yeah, we did get this Miku. Miku pattern. Very nice. Sound of the future. I need to listen to more Vocaloid music. I need to listen to more. Especially for potential covers in the future. Yeah, I think that pattern I have is the best one. Let's do it like this. Looks like all over the place. A little bit all over the place. And yeah, we're not gonna change that. On to the next show. Let's do this. Whew. Yes, I feel like I need a little bit more water. With lemon. Since I'm starting to scream like a maniac. Starting? No, I'm screaming even more. Like the maniac I am. That's the nature of Fall Guys, okay? That's the nature of Fall Guys. It just does that to me. At least it's entertaining to stream, right? But, man, it's just such a huge con in this game. The slow progression of the seasons. I mean, it's still gonna be entertaining in other ways for the other games. I'm hoping to return Fortnite, though we'll see how that goes. PC performance is a big factor that I need to consider with it. And there's other factors at play regarding Fortnite. Okay, back to the squad show. Wow, I do kind of stand out quite nicely. It's like a glowy yellow. Almost like a glow-in-the-dark thing. I like it. Ugh, that was close, that was close. Alright. That first area went decently. It went well enough. Usually, in this case, you don't want to fall, because when you fall, the lower areas are slower to get through. This is one of those maps that's like that. One of those races that's like that. That could have been worse. Yeah, this is a decent run. I say decent because it's not over yet. Otherwise, I would say good. But then actually, quite a few people are qualifying ahead of me. Or not qualifying, but reaching the goal. This is squads, so reaching the goal doesn't necessarily mean you qualify. We're in 14th place, so yeah, that was decent. Could have been better. Could have been worse. But I don't think we're gonna make it. I think we didn't make it. No big deal, though. On to the next game. On the ones in which you barely make it, though, there's barely any rewards for that. Even in Fortnite, even if you're like number 90-something. Even if you're number 90-something, you get a little bit of decent stuff for that. I think another way of going about it, of making progression better, is to make some quests that are more doable. Giving more challenges, more quests daily and weekly that give you things. I think that's the way progression in seasons is fast in Fortnite. Mostly I do those. They also give a lot of cosmetics and stuff, so yeah, that's another thing that might be good for this. Oh, not this one! Not this one! Ah! Okay. Okay, musukashi kedo ganbarimasu. Hi. I can rarely ever get a lot of like golden time. It's meant to be difficult. It's meant to be so that you can barely get any time on this. I'm gonna try to go to the side towards that big drum. See if I can make it. May not be the best idea though, but let's give it a try. No, that was not a good idea. 5%, no, that's not good. That's not good. Oh dear, oh my god. Oh my god. What is going on here? What is going on here? That was lucky. Okay. Thank goodness for that. Oh, that was awful. That was awful. That was like a millisecond there. Must have been like a single second or so. That's a new record for me. Okay, okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Could have been a lot worse than that. Oh my god. Oh wow, that sucked. We're not gonna make it. No. Ugh. I rarely ever qualify from this one. This is like one of my kryptonite in this. The good thing is though, I have my kryptonite in this game, but I also have my anti-kryptonite. What would be the opposite of kryptonite for Superman? I don't know. I have my Spinach, Popeye. We have Popeye and his Spinach, and we have Superman and his kryptonite. So I have my Spinach in this. I have a few rounds in which I'm really good. Big Fans is one of them. Medieval Madness is another. I think it's Medieval Madness that it's called. But I haven't seen them in a while. The only things that don't make me do well in Big Fans or Medieval Madness are luck-based. Everything else, well, a lot of the game is luck-based, but yeah. Like, it depends on, like... Usually what happens is that the usual problem that happens in the game in which I try to jump, but there's also a lot of other people around me, so they kind of mess up my jump. And I probably mess up some of other people's jumps, you know. Again, that's just the nature of the beast. The nature of the business, and yeah. Something like that happens. Yeah, as much as I want to keep grinding towards the Ultraman stuff, I think next week we're not gonna have Fall Guys, and still not sure if we're gonna do Smite though. And yeah, don't think I forgot about Terraria. Unfortunately, it is as I thought, that we're not gonna keep doing that much of Terraria, but... Oh man, I feel really bad about that, because Ducky gave me that great weapon. He gave me that great outfit. I want to have at least one Terraria stream sooner than later, so we can go back to having that. Yeah, the problem with Terraria is that it has a kind of gameplay in which you can get rusty from not playing for too long. Like, you want to keep playing it as often as possible. Too many video games, too many video games. Most video games are kind of like that, I guess. Like, you will forget some fundamental things if you're gone for long enough, or if you don't play it often enough. But there are such things as games in which, yeah, you don't have to remember that much. Fall Guys, I argue, is maybe one of them. Well, I'm number 2, not bad. Dizzy Heights, I think I also do decently in Dizzy Heights. Maybe not as well as Big Fans and Medieval Madness, if I got the name right, but still decently. Top 20%, second place, that's a silver medal at least. As I'm splattered by paint all over. Of course, one of the first things I think about is Splatoon. I'd love to play a Splatoon game one day, I've never been able to. First of all, because I never got a Wii U. And second, because, well, yeah, I ended up spending money on other Switch games instead, for like Splatoon 2 and 3. One day, maybe. I don't know how it would do online. Ah, there it is, Big Fans, there it is. Now, don't think, here's where the superstition kicks in, right? Like, I say that I'm good at this, and I end up having one of my worst runs ever. That's literally happened. I remember it happened once on a stream. I'm like, oh yeah, this one is easy. Fully aware of the consequences of saying that, I still said it, and guess what? It was an awful run. Did that happen on stream? Maybe it didn't happen on stream, but I think it did. Again, it kind of ends up being like player problems. I say player problems, but it's not really like they intentionally get in my way. Most of the time, it's not like that. Like when they mess up your jump, like you try to jump, but a lot of players kind of get in your way. That's a thing that happens a ton in Fall Guys, and it's never intentional. I mean, it may be you that's the perpetrator of that, but you usually don't notice because you're minding your business. You're too busy playing your game to see what other players are doing around you, to really notice like the details of what's going on in their run of the round. But yeah, you see, I did decently enough on that. So I've been playing Fall Guys for quite a while. When I first started playing the game, I played with mouse and keyboard. And these maps, this is one of those maps that's been around for a while. Not this variation, I think. This is a slightly different variation than in the early days of Fall Guys, but yeah, I would play this one. I played this one with mouse and keyboard, and when I switched to playing with a controller, the difference was night and day! Night and day! Like, the difference is night and day in general in the game, but these are the ones in which I became extremely good at them the moment I picked up a controller for them. Just that, playing with sticks, controlling your movement with, and the camera for that matter, with the sticks is a million times better for me than doing it with mouse and keyboard. The controls are just not that good for that. Has there been another game that I played on the stream that was like that? Fortnite is the opposite of this, actually. I play a lot better when I play with mouse and keyboard. I have played it with controller before and I didn't perform that badly, but ultimately I like playing with mouse and keyboard. It's good to have the option though, just in case I ever like played on console. I do have it on my Switch, but I barely played in it. It's too choppy for my liking. Maybe if I played it for the first time on the Switch before I played it on PC, it wouldn't have felt that choppy, but yeah. Yeah, it's not to my liking like that. It would be good to have the skills just to be able to transfer them just in case. Although usually it's the other way around, like when you play PC games, you always want to try to at least know how to play the game with mouse and keyboard in case something happens to your controller and you are forced to play with mouse and keyboard. Like something that's happened to me in Fall Guys before is that the controller disconnects, the battery runs out. I'm playing wireless right now in the middle of the game and I have to switch to mouse and keyboard. So I gotta be able to do that. And also mouse and keyboards are generally cheaper than like a full controller, right? You can just get a simple mouse and a simple keyboard and it's gonna be enough to play these video games. Like in a pinch. In an urgent situation. PC Master Race, by the way. That's one of the big advantages of playing on PC, although there are some consoles, especially Microsoft consoles, that allow mouse and keyboard these days, although I'm not sure if it's for the games. I mean, the last Microsoft console I owned, and really the only one I've ever had so far, was the Xbox 360. You could have a keyboard plugged in, but it wasn't for the video games. It was for typing on messages and... Well, if you put a name on a video game or something, or you typed, it would apply to that game, but you couldn't really play the game with a keyboard. That's the point. That's the difference. That's the big difference. And I don't think it was able to have a mouse plugged in. But maybe it's different for the Xbox One and the Xbox Series XS, LR Plus, 711, 24/7, Scarlett Johansson Witch. Whatever the name is. How was I able to talk about these things while playing that? That was great. That's great. No, I'm able to play. A lot of the time I am able to keep talking about these things while I'm playing. A few times it does distract me, but most of the time it actually doesn't. And every once in a while you see me interrupt like, oh, hold on, like, oh, shit, something like that, right? But usually we're doing okay. We are doing just a-okay. Right? Oh, this one, yeah. Super sweaty. I say that, I jinxed it. I say that, and in comes a round in which I really need to concentrate and not so much talk about outside the game on the stream, right? Like I had to stay silent sometimes for this one. Muskashi. Muskashi. Kibishi. So muskashi can be translated to difficult and hard. Kibishi, I think, translates to painful. Maybe not the best word for this, but, well, I'm still learning Japanese. Choshinsha desu. We did some good stuff on the Japanese learning stream. Oh my god! Like sometimes you think you're gonna jump, but you actually don't jump as much as you thought you were gonna jump. That was close. That's the thing that happens in this game. No! Hold on. Okay. Let's go for these. That part is just the first part, and it's a million times more difficult than it looks like. Trust me on that. I think when you watch somebody streaming it, when you watch somebody playing it, it doesn't look as difficult as it actually is. That's one of those things that looks easier than it actually is. The reason why you always see me spinning around like this when we're just waiting is to keep momentum. I find that it keeps momentum going because if you're standing still and you start running after just that was close, that was close, that was close. When you're standing still and you start running, there's not enough momentum in there sometimes. You need momentum because sometimes you really need to move very fast to avoid an unexpected obstacle or something like that. Okay, let's go here. Whoa. The timing of that is key. Like, when you go through those platforms to get to the main platform. If we survive this, it's probably gonna be the final round after this. Final round, fight! There's only 7 of us left. 6 of us now. So, So, yeah. Wait for it, wait for it. Okay, that was a bit close. I thought I wouldn't meet the jump. I thought I wouldn't make the jump there. Hold on. Ooh! Ooh! I draw my breath in those final parts so much. Okay, if all 6 of us make it, that's gonna be 6 for the final round. How many made it? 5? 4? It wasn't all 6 of us, I think. How many remain? This is the second final round I played. The first one was with squads. This second one is gonna be solo, so it's gonna get sweaty. If I can win, that would be great. Not only because it's a solo win, and maybe my first ever solo win, but also because of the challenge that involves you winning a solo match. I will at least get the challenge in which it's about making it... Okay, this one. Ugh. I make some mistakes on this one here and there. It's difficult, but okay. At least I will get the challenge that has you reach the final round in a solo show. So I will at least be able to get that one. Extraterrestrial, let's go. Bam. 5人揃って最後の Fall Guys. The 5 of us are the final Fall Guys. Yeah, I guess Fall Guys is just Fall Guys in Japanese. I don't see why it would be different. That's something that you're gonna borrow from English. Okay, gamer time, gamer moment time, gamer mode time. Let's, I'm gonna be a bit more silent now. Oh god. Now is not the time to breathe. Now is not the time to blink. We shall play. And we shall slay. Already somebody is eliminated. And it says 4 of us. Somebody must have gotten disconnected or something, because I'm pretty sure it was 5 of us at the beginning. Some people are able to pull some great maneuvers to, like, screw you. Like, they really go out of their way to, like, remove the platforms that you're about to get on. I can never do that. I can never pull that off without risking falling myself. So I never do that. It's a valid strategy. It's a valid strategy to do. Feels dirty, but no. It's completely fair to do. It makes sense. Like, you gotta make sure you win. There can only be one winner here in solo. Or in squads, you do that against the enemy squad mates. What are you gonna do? Let them win? No. There is such a thing as being dirty. That's not one of those things, though. Oh god, have mercy. Yes! We made it! We made it! We made it! Yes, we made it! 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 Victory! 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 3, 2, 1, say don't ever give up. Oh yeah. 次元の扉を運命を世界に鋼のビートを刻め。Ooh. Ooh, that was extremely close. If I had not a 1 right there, I would have been eliminated. I ran out of places to stand on at the end there. Oh. That did it right there. We did it. We got that challenge, the most difficult challenge of that, and we did it on the stream. Oh my god, yes. Okay, maybe I will keep playing this game. No. Again, I still think progression in the seasons is low. How often I'm gonna play this game though, I'm not sure, but that right there proves to me, again, luck is a big factor in something like that, but there is such a thing as skill in Fall Guys, right? Yeah, there's like competitive gaming tournaments for this, like, otherwise there wouldn't be. I mean, I've seen them for also like very luck-based games, for example, sometimes for, not so much for Mario Kart 8 right now, but previous Mario Kart games, they wouldn't do that many tournaments because it was very luck-based, right? Smash Bros. Brawl has some things that kind of prevent it from being like a big tournament game, if you will. There's a lot of random factors. I think you can still have a fun tournament even without that. You just have to know what you're getting into. And know that it's not gonna be like Street Fighter 5 or something, right? Ooh, Street Fighter 6 comes out in 4 months, I think. Man, am I even gonna play that? I think the only fighting game I've ever played on stream has been Super Smash Bros. One day I'll play a fighting game. And yes, I might dust off, literally, my fighting stick for that. I do have an arcade stick, by the way. I would love to use it more, but as much as I love fighting games, I also suck at them. Kinda like this game, but maybe I don't suck so much because we got a fantastic victory right there. Ah, yes, we made it, Lobstar League. Now I'm really gonna have to go hard for this one. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just queue up. Oh, we still have to win a squads show though. Okay. The only thing I'm gonna do now is duos and squads, because I want to keep doing these challenges. I don't know, it's still gonna be difficult though, because I still have to win a duos show. Now, winning in squad mode, a little bit more doable, but winning in duos, not so much, I think. It's very similar to solo in that way, but we can still give it a try. I think we can still give it a try. Well, if nobody clipped that, if you clipped that, let me know. Well, I probably will tell after the stream. It tells you all the clips that were done on your stream after it's over. Gotta take a bio break now. This is great timing, actually, because we finished that game and it's time for another ad break. So, man, what a roller coaster it's been so far. Oh, and remind me, I need to put on a crown for the rest of the stream. Oh, yes, I need to do that because we have one, and not only one, but one solo. Let's go. Alright, stay connected to the multidimensional portal. I'll be back. I can already do a video with what I'm doing right now, but I think they may be better if I get more of a following. Otherwise, people are not gonna care for this random to just stare at your face like that, stare into your soul in this way, like so. Yeah. Like, why would a random person just see the beauty and madness of the cosmos like this? Why would they? Now, nude outfit for OnlyFans when? When I get a $10 million donation, we can open an OnlyFans. We can get a nude outfit. Yeah. Let's see though. Here we go. What did we get? Yes! Yes! We prayed, and we got it! Yes! I mean, there's not a lot of UR cards after all, but we got it. You have no idea. How many packs I've opened for Pyroxene Relinquished to get that one, and I finally got it. Oh, this is great. I'll be able to save so many UR materials to build other things, and I now have 3 copies of Adamancipator Recent Dragite. Pretty much at this point, my Adamancipator deck is complete. Will I be able to win this fight just by fighting range like this? I think the enemy just has no way to get to me. That was so funny. Oh, and we leveled up. That is so funny. That is so funny. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that level up. Omatase shimashita. Thank you for waiting. Yes. It is time to put on my crown before I forget. A 2D crown on a 3D model. But that's the way it goes. Let me see. Victory, victory, we got a solo victory, probably for the first time ever here in Fall Guys. I'll never forget this. If nobody clipped it, I will clip it myself after the stream. Oh, what a great victory. We shall sing the Jam Project song of the same name. Whew. Wearing a crown now. If you ever coming to my stream and I'm playing a game like this one, I'm playing Fortnite, I'm playing Fall Guys, and you see that I'm wearing a crown, that means that I won a game. Like, you know, you coming like, we've been live for 2 hours, you're coming in just now, and you already missed a few games, obviously. So you see me wearing the crown, and it's like, ah, that means he has won. The only other time I would wear a crown that doesn't involve winning is with Civilization, if I ever stream the game again, with Sid Meier's Civilization. Because there I'm like the ruler of a whole civilization, so I wear the crown. I need to modify this crown a little bit to make it look just slightly better. It's never gonna look entirely good because, you know, I'm 3D and the crown is 2D like that. When I finally become live 2D, that's gonna be a different story, isn't it? Do I have like a crown cosmetic by any chance? This is gonna be on the upper cosmetics. If I do, then it's time to wear it for sure. I have a bunch of gold. Oh, well, yeah, this is the closest I have. Let's wear it. Let's wear it. There is a regal lower body, I think. Let me see. They are ordered out. Oh, yeah, well, there we go. Not the way I expected it to be. Okay. I'm going to change what would be the best pattern. First of all, let's see what the best color is. This is kind of nice. Bacon and eggs. Beach ball kind of works. Like a nice royal purple. I think this kind of looks nice. This amethyst. And then the pattern. I kind of like that pattern, actually. I think it kind of works. First, let's change the face, though. Yeah. Let's do this face. Purple eyes and white face underneath. Because we also have a purple face and blue eyes, for example. But in these cases, I feel like mostly the white eyes fit it. Also because of the... What do you call that thing around the neck? Boa? Scarf? I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you know. I keep forgetting the names of things. I'm not good with vocabulary. Well, I am good, but I forget. If you forget, are you really good? I don't know. There you go. But... all sorts. Yeah, what the hell? Let's use this one. I like it. I like it. It's fun to see like all the different sorts of like sweets that they have here. This is why I prefer to think of them as jelly beans rather than regular beans, you know? The Fall Guys, I mean. But we are kings, baby. We are kings. What would be good for games like this to measure, you know, like here's the win-loss record from yesterday, by the way. Yesterday's duels. But like for other games, the record could be good if we maybe record the amount of wins. But with Fall Guys, wins are so rare that I wouldn't do that. With Fortnite, they're a little bit more possible, though. I am more likely to win at Fortnite than I am at Fall Guys. The thing I dread about returning to it is being rusty. That's always a thing about games that makes me just stay away from them for longer, ironically. But yeah, I'm gonna return to it. I'm gonna return to it. Just don't have time this week, I think, for the rest of this week. Maybe on Sunday? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. No. Well, Fortnite February. That sounds great, right? Fortnite return on February. Is there like a synonym for return that starts with F? This is a duo show, by the way? Don't worry, my friend. The king will carry you. King Kaiden. Tajigen Taitei. See, alliterations are what I'm all about. King Kaiden is the English version of that. Tajigen Taitei is the Japanese version. So, Taitei doesn't mean king. But to keep an alliteration, I use that word. It means emperor. Might be saying it wrong. Let me know if I am. Taitei. I think it's Taitei. Or isn't Teitoku? It might be Teitoku, actually. Tajigen Teitoku. It still retains the alliteration, though, but yeah. Tajigen Teitoku. Taitei. While this is going on, let me see if I can check this out on the translator. Taitei. I see this is translated to usually. Yeah, Teitoku. Teitoku might be emperor. Teikoku is empire. I know, I've learned this from Kamen Rider. And to an extent from Super Sentai. But yeah, like... Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Tajigen Teitoku. I need to check though. I need to check. Actually, yeah, let me make a note on that while we're queuing up for the next game. But yeah, those are the alliterations. A similar one is the Tajigen Temple and multidimensional monastery. So if we translate Tajigen to multidimensional, that's what it means. Then we no longer have the alliteration if we keep temple, so we change it to monastery. The multidimensional monastery. Yes, worship me like I'm a religious god. Make a religion around your favorite superstar. That's how it should be. Let's see how we do. This is one of my best maps, but shenanigans happen. Shenanigans happen. Gonna do my best with it, though. No, there is such a thing as being overconfident to the point that you do make mistakes. It's not just a matter of jinxing it. Oh, you know, I did get unlucky, even though I'm good at this, right? No, like, you get overconfident so much that you actually make mistakes. Let's avoid that. Oh, my poor squad mate didn't make it there. They had to respawn. Nothing too bad. I'll carry you, fam. I'll carry you. Yeah, I said last game I was like, leave it to King Kaiden, and they actually qualified before me. And I struggled a little bit at the end there. Uh-oh. Yeah, you see, I nearly made a mistake there. But I was able to salvage that. Hey, we're like in the top 3 right now. I tell you, I'm good at this. I'm good at this. Just gotta watch out. Gotta watch out. Especially for that bar there. Whoa! Okay, that was close. That was close. We made it. This is like top 5 or so. 38 points. Okay. That gave us some good score. Oh, yeah. We are 5th place? I thought... Oh, my squad mate disconnected. Okay, I'm gonna be solo now. Never mind. Never mind. Ah, that sucks. That really sucks. Because I really want to get that duos win. So I'm gonna keep trying to play this off the stream. And when I do, I'm gonna try to... Yeah, I'm gonna keep queuing up for duos and squads. If I do get that squad win, I'm probably gonna get the squad win before I get the duos win. Though you never know, because I thought I would get that before I got the solo win, if I even got that, but look at what happened, right? It feels good to win, doesn't it? But what was I gonna say? But yeah, if we get the squad win, I'll stop queuing up for that. I'll only queue up for duos. We are still in this, but now I'm solo, so I'm probably not gonna make it far. Can you imagine if I won solo in duos? That would be something else. It is possible. It is within the realm of possibility, but yeah. Because you can't get eliminated from that last game. Like when you fall down, you just respawn. Like if it showed on the upper right of the screen that it's an X, so that's how I know that they're out. They can't get eliminated from that. Okay, block party. Let's see how we do. In this case, it's all about surviving. Obviously, if I fall down, that's it. since I'm the only one left. I'm hoping I am mistaken and my squad mate is still somehow here. There may be a glitch or something that happened. But no, I think I'm alone now. I'm far from being the only one this happens to, though. It's something that happens here and there. You may see somebody else streaming. If you've seen somebody else streaming Fall Guys, or after you see me on the stream, maybe. You may have seen this happen, or you may see this happen. What the hell did they do? I think a guy just jumped there. Maybe their controller or something just glitched. Something happened there. They look like they just jumped to their death right there. I don't know what happened. But by default, it already gives me the 14th place. Because since I'm solo, it's only one person scoring. And it's still doing the score of 2 people. So the other ones that are still in a duo will be able to continue scoring together. Actually, you know what I didn't see that I need to see? I need to see how many days are left. What the deadline is for these challenges. Of the lobster... What was it called? Lobster something? Lobster... It was an alliteration. Well, these lobster challenges, let's just call them that. And I know we're in SpongeBob season in Fall Guys right now, but no, it's not related to it. It's not Larry. It's not Larry the lobster. Uh-oh. It's just something else. It's a buff lobster, though. It's another buff lobster. But it's not Larry from SpongeBob. That was the name of the lobster, right? Larry? Not sure if I remember. It's another alliteration there. I'm doing my best, but even if I don't die here, I may still not qualify because there's not enough points there as a single player on a duos show. So much for the dynamic duo, Batman. Holy underdog, Batman. Well, 07, salute. Oh, they kind of interrupted my salute there. It's all good, though. It's all good. Let's queue up for the next one. I have half a mind to just queue up for duo shows because it's harder to get a win there than it is for squads. So I should focus all my efforts on that for now, and then I'll go back to squads later. We may complete one of the other challenges soon. Progression could still be faster. Oh, on the next one, it's a victory screen, although I do need the season pass, like the upgraded version for that. Yeah, let's not slow down. Let's go for the next one. In the meantime, let me get some water right here. And yeah, I did have some tea earlier, by the way. You don't see me have it that much on stream these days because these days we've had like evening start streams, at least like in American time zones and such. Like when I say American, I mean North and South America. Ah man, language can be so funky sometimes. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, like after 6 p.m. basically. Most of the time after 6 p.m. I stop drinking tea. Or at least caffeine-based tea. Technically, if it doesn't have caffeine, it's not actually tea. It should be called a tisane in most cases. Well, you know, herbal teas, those ones, yeah, I can drink. Maybe I'll get some after the stream, actually. Some of those are good for the throat as well. I need to take more of them. It's a duo show again, and my god, look at my teammate. What the hell is that? Is that from... I think it's from Tron? Tron... I've never watched it, but I've seen some things of it here and there. Like the discs they have, and... I love the vibes. I love the vibes that it has, the visuals. Haven't seen much of it, though. I think the Tron... I think it's called Tron, right? The Tron franchise is one of the first to ever use, like... CGI... to restore, not restore, but to restore the youth of a character, rather. To make a character, to make an actor look younger than they actually are, for the sake of continuity, or oh, that could have been much worse. But we're not doing that well, though. We're not doing that well so far. Fall Guys, trying not to get disqualified, but we're not doing that well in this round. No, we're not doing well, no, we're not doing well, even though we try our best. I need to keep doing this more often. Singing to like the song that's happening in-game. Just lyrics on the spot. I'm better at it than I thought I was. Yeah. Falling down, Fall Guys, fall down on the winter stage, the winter stage. That was a very close one. We almost didn't qualify. So that's good, that's good, that's good. Or maybe it's from Alien. I recall now that it was an Alien collab. Oh, there's a squad that has the same skin. It's like a heart. Oh, I think I remember. Yeah, that's one of those I wanted to get, and I didn't do it because I didn't play enough. It was like a bunch of rainbows, and at the center, yeah, there's one of those that's like it has a rainbow cape and it has a heart at the center. They're using that with a different color scheme, I think. The hoop shoot. Let's go. Oh yeah, remind me if I forget after we're finished with these games to go and look at the deadline for the lobster challenge. I see a Cuphead, very nice, very nice. Patrick Star there. In the last ones we played, I think there was a Tails. Well, we barely made it through that one, but we made it. Sometimes it's more important to keep a speed, to keep a certain momentum than it is to make it through the ring that's right in front of you. So it's fine if you miss some rings for the greater good. It really depends, it really depends. You want to go through as many rings as fast as possible, right? Man, speedrunners have got to love Fall Guys. There's a lot of like speedrun-like levels, if you want to call them that. Why do I always go through the middle on that? There's gotta be some way of making sure I go through the right or left ring. I think it's deliberately set up in a way that will most likely place you in the middle. Like, you have to make a super active effort to not fall down the middle there. Oh, wow. That was awful. Okay, 10 more left. Somebody spectating me? Wait, I think my squad mate got eliminated. Like, they fell down and... Like, that's one of those cases in which you... Oh, okay, okay. They didn't fall down. Oh, man. Yeah, like, that's... When you go through the middle of those two rings, I could go back and try to go through them, but that would be too much time. Too much precious time wasted. Yeah, the person spectating me was probably somebody that qualified. I just realized. Yeah, there's a couple of Among Us guys. How did you get that purple Among Us skin? I think that was one that you actually had to spend Showbox for. I'm not sure. Okay. Hoopsie daisy. Alright. We are duos, so I think what's gonna happen is that we're gonna have several duos in one of the teams. I didn't check how many players there were left. But it's the usual, red, blue, yellow. What team am I in? I am in the yellow team. We are in the yellow team, I should say. Alright. Ah, a fitting color for a king. Yellow is the next best thing next to gold, right? Although my crown is not gold. You know what my crown is? It's platinum. That was kind of close. I have a platinum crown with some nice purple and black in it. It's not silver, it's platinum, okay? Make no mistake about that. Okay, that went well enough. That was kind of close. Thought somebody was gonna get it before me. Let's be careful here. All right. Dun 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 dun. Hoopsie, hoopsie daisy, falling down the rings, trying to qualify as duos and as teammates. In the yellow team here in Fall Guys, we try to qualify. It's always difficult in hoopsie daisy, but we do our best. That's the best way to play. I I feel like I do repeat a lot of words sometimes. Whoa, that was close. I thought the red Among Us guy got it. Okay. So smogus. Oh no, we're not gonna make it though. Let's kick in the Twisted Sister song. We're not gonna make it. No, we ain't gonna make it. It's actually kind of close. A little bit difficult to tell right now how it's gonna go, but we're in the losing side here. Somebody got a golden ring on our team though. That kind of helped a bit. Oh, okay, yeah, that Patrick was on our team and they got it. We're kind of close to the blue team in terms of score, but oh, we're still not making it. Nice, that Patrick is having some great jumps. Nice, and that Miku on our team got that. Oh man, it's so close with the blue team. I'm gonna try to grab this guy so they don't get it, okay. Oh no, we didn't make it, but that was so close, Woo! Okay, okay, that was a clutch game. Cutting it very close with the blue squad right there. All right, what is it that I wanted to see? Yes, the deadline of the lobster challenges. We did get a challenge there. I think it's one of the weekly challenges that we did. That gets us more show points. Very nice. I think that's gonna be a level up. Sometimes it's really weird. Most of the time you feel like it goes so slowly, but when it goes fast, it goes fast. Like you just skip a level entirely. Like you get like exactly the amount you already have. Or you know, you go up a level, but you don't only go up a level, but you get, let's say you were at 80% experience in your level. You go to the next level and you have 80% experience also. Like you gain that much. Lobstar League, 11 days and 7 hours. Okay. I need to get like the precise date for this. If I'm counting it right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So around February 12 or 13 is when we February 12 or 13 is when that runs out. February 11 is the 5th anniversary of the Twitch live stream, by the way. I should have made an announcement early for what I think is going to be a subathon, but I haven't had the time. Other things got in the way and I haven't been able to create an announcement for it. 1 or 2 graphics for it. I'm not going to do a video like last time to announce it. There's going to be a graphic and maybe 2 graphics, one that has the incentives and one that has the announcement, or just the incentive announcement. And let's see how it goes. Last year's subathon for the anniversary was not only the first subathon, but also the most successful we had so far. Thanks to some wonderful, wonderful people. You can see one of them, you can see the greatest one of them right above me in the chat. But yeah. I think I'm gonna give it a 6-hour minimum as well. Although, the one thing I'm fearing is gonna happen is that bloody construction work is still gonna be going on. And if it is, well, we may have a slightly noisy, we may have a scuffed subathon. I mean, even the birthday subathon was scuffed. I had awful internet issues. The VOD is super split. It's like all the major events are fated to be scuffed. What the hell? Nah, we need to have more major events. That's what we need to do. It's like you buy a new car and immediately the day after it gets soaked in mud and rain. Oh no, that was awful. That was awful. No, I can do better than that with the knuckle platforms. The boxing glove platforms, whatever you want to call them. Ah! Oh, there's a fan moving me. That's why. Huh. Okay. There's a fan blowing and just blowing you away, messing up your jump. Okay. Oh, speaking of messed up jumps. Oh, that was so close. All right. It's a typical Fall Guys game, my friends. That's what it is. Okay, 6th place, could be better, could be worse. Let's see how it does at the end. Wow, that's a great look on that skin. I think that's another color that I didn't get. How can you change the colors in the Neandroid? Because the Neandroid I have, yeah, is like a metal sort of color. That looks so freaking cool. I want to get that version of this. That must have been like a bot, like a paid version of it. The Neon Droid skins I got, I think I got them from either a season pass or one of those challenges, like the Lobstar League they're doing. Oh, that's the only guy in the game left. They didn't make it. But we did make it. Top 50%, alright, alright. We can work with that. We're making it, we're making it. I still have a crown, damn it. I still have a crown. Usually that's how it is, like I only win one game on a Fall Guys stream. There have been those in which I have won more than one game though. With squads mostly, but not only did I win that one game, it's a solo win. Never gonna forget that. Never gonna give you up! Oh yes. Never gonna give that one up. The rest of the lyrics don't fit though, so I'm not gonna sing the rest of the song, alright? A future karaoke stream, I should definitely sing that song. But I do kinda wanna sing it now. Never gonna turn around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Okay, this one looks to be easy because it's only one rhino, but don't be mistaken. Some shenanigans can happen. Still, the best thing to do is to stick to the middle. When it has this middle in which it has like the, what do you call it? The rotating ring around it, then it's good. When it doesn't have the rotating ring, it's not good to stay in the middle. I don't know, don't ask me why, it's just from the way I've done it. Like, when I stay in the middle here, most of the time I survive. But when I stay in the middle in the other one that doesn't have the rotating ring, also in the middle, I tried it once and it didn't work. And you see from the other players too, like, they mostly stay in the middle for this one, but not for the other one. Let's be careful there though, this is where it gets really bad. None of the squad is eliminated so far. We might just qualify in the first place. A tied first place, but yeah, it's still a first place. That's a gold medal. Well, actually, you get a gold medal just from surviving. But still, that was a first place. I think we tied it with 1 or 2 other squads. So we're doing nicely. 10 squads remain. 8 squads remain. Only 2 got eliminated. Yeah, you may even end that game with nobody getting eliminated. Although, well, no, in squads mode there's scores. So no, I think there will be squads eliminated, but in solo mode, theoretically, it is possible to end the Rhino round. That's a great name for it, Rhino round. It has a proper name, but I forget what it is. Hey, here's another alliteration, Team Tail Tag. But yeah, the Rhino round, in theory, you can end it with everybody qualifying, but it never happens. At least somebody's gonna die right there. I think it's probably happened once for someone somewhere that everybody qualified. But that's never been my experience. Alright, we are in the green team. I tend to do better than I expect sometimes on this one, but I never think of myself as being good in this one, so... I start with no tail, let's see who we chase. Gotta grab it. Gimme your tail. Oh, that was not a good jump. The hammer hit us and messed up the jump. You! Oh, wow, did you see that? They jumped over me. They're pulling some shenanigans there. Worked out the first few times, but not the second time. Those are some skills that kills. Did you see that? Skills that kills. From the veteran players of this game. I'm actually a veteran player of this game. I've been playing since Legacy... Since Legacy Season 2. You know, the Season 2 when the game was still paid to buy to play, sorry. Before it was free to play. Chasing this red dog guy here. The squad is doing okay. We could be doing a lot better. We could be doing a lot worse. Dun 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 dun. My phone is vibrating. I think I'm receiving some messages right now. I'm gonna have to check that out after it's all over. I'm receiving a lot of vibrations. What is going on? Might be just a group chat just doing shenanigans. There's this big group chat I'm in from some friends, and it's like, oh, why were you standing still there? That was a mistake. Sometimes I think they were trying to hide in plain sight. The all reliable, but it doesn't always work. Or it depends on how you go about it. Overtime. Oh, it's always overtime on this one. What the heck? Ah! Why must you do this to me? You think it's over and then it pulls that overtime card on you. Oh my god. You just activated my trap card. Yeah, it just did it again. Seriously, it's like always or I don't know, 90%. Oh my god. 90% of the 90% of the time here. Yeah, it keeps being overtime. I don't like it. It's because there's only one of the 4 squads gets eliminated. Oh, we are gonna be the one that dies here, I think. Ah! I thought, wow, how did they not grab my tail there? Wow, that was so close. That 3rd place. There's 4 squads, only one is qualifying. So if you get a 3rd place, you know it's gonna be a close one. You know it was a close one, and it was a close one. But we have 6 squads left. So it was 2 squads per team. Yeah, I was using the word squad for team. In this case, there's a distinction between them because teams are usually the ones that get color-coded like that. And squads are the ones in which it's 4 people playing together. Hoopsie Daisy here, for example, may also have... Yeah, I think it's gonna be 2 squads per team because it's only 3 teams here. So 8 players per team, 2 squads. One is gonna get eliminated, so there's gonna be 16 players left. No, wait. If it's 8 per team... Maybe I got that wrong. I don't know, but one of the 3 is gonna be eliminated. A lot of the time, this one is very luck-based, but there are some great skills to put into play in this one. Wow, that's a lot of rings already around us. Okay. I'm gonna go for this left one. Excellent, we both got these 2. I saw on the right my teammate got that other ring. Okay, yellow is off to a bad start, but that is not indicative of how the game is going to end. Life has many doors, Ed boy. You never know how things are gonna end in Fall Guys. This early in the game, yeah, you can't tell. I don't think so. Oh, okay. Didn't get that, but my teammate got that. That's all good. It's all Gucci. Oh, man, that was close. Ah! A second too late for me. A millisecond too late for me. Oh, God. Now we are the ones that are not doing well. I told you. Life has many doors, Ed boy. Let's stick around here for a little bit. All right. We got this one. It's a little bit tricky. Gotta be careful how you fall down. You actually don't want to jump for it. You want to fall down, and then maybe you do a jump in the middle of the air, depending on how it goes. All right, we got that one. We are gonna be eliminated. There's a big difference between us and the 2nd place, which is yellow. Wow, that was awful. Holy shit. Yeah, and there's even an even bigger difference between the 2nd and 1st place, which are yellow and red respectively. Yeah, there's a lot of players in this game. I think it is 8 per squad, so this is... How many people? 24? This is 24 people. This is 24 people, so that's why we have that many rings. And the score is that high for a lot of these. I played my best though, I did my best, I have no regrets. It's just a matter of bad luck. I did get some bad luck with a golden ring earlier. Yeah, wow, we completely got demolished there. Because there was like a 20-point difference between yellow, which were 2nd place, and us. Yeah, I think after that they had 16 players left, and maybe after that they would go for 8 players, and then it would be the final round. Look at that though, we're close to that challenge, 3,000 meters. Oh yes, we are gonna complete this before we finish the stream, I think. That slow AF progression. 53 though, we are 42, we are 11 levels away. They haven't set the end date for this season. They usually don't say the end date for this. With Fortnite, they do say the end date for the season. Actually, most games that have seasons, they tell you from the get-go when the season is going to end. So Let me Google that quickly while we're queuing up right here. Let's see if I have time to Google this. Hold on. Sunken Secrets end date. Okay. What Google tells me here is 4 April 2023, but there's a big TBC between parentheses. To be confirmed. Alright. If it's right, then we still have plenty of time to get to the Ultraman rewards. When did Sunken Secrets start? If it really is 4 April, then we're talking about... Oh, wow. That sucked. Oh my god. See how luck plays a huge factor in this? This is an unlucky game for me. I am bumping into so many people and things that it just slows the fuck me down. I don't know if that's an actual sentence you can make, but... Oh my god, what an unlucky game. I can't even string sentences together. It's screwing with me so much. No, but I bumped into so many things there that it screwed my my speed there. Not much I could do, but the rest of the squad is doing better than me at least. For the most part. Not entirely, but okay. Two squad mates have qualified. 3 squad mates have qualified. They're all... 2 of them are spectating me now. Alright. I was the weak link in this. You're the weakest link. Goodbye. But we still... Yeah, we're first place right now. We may not keep it by the end of this, but... That means everybody else did well enough, so... It all evens out quite nicely. So, yeah, if Sunken Secrets... I think it started in late November, right? So that's about 4 to 5 months of a season. So it is... If that is correct, then yeah, it is as I said, that... It evens itself out, so I'm maybe not feeling as bad as I did about... the slow progression in Fall Guys, because they make up for it by making the seasons be very long. And I have mixed feelings about that, because I feel like it's fine. The slow progression is okay because the seasons are long, but do the seasons need to be that long in the first place? Couldn't you just make them be shorter and also give faster progression with the rewards? So, you know, we can get more out of our... more bang for our buck out of this. Well, actually, we get a lot of bang for our buck because you spend money on a season pass and it lasts you for like 5 months maybe, right? But yeah, like you're not getting many rewards out of a long play session necessarily. What they do to try to make up for that is to have these weekly events or so, or bi-weekly events like the Lobster League that we're doing right now, that we're really going for right now. They do those and they give their own cosmetics as well, apart from the season pass. But I still have mixed feelings about that. So on the surface, that sounds great. Okay, that's a different business model than Fortnite, but it is like you may be getting slower rewards because it's a longer season, and how you go through that season matches the speed. The speed of that matches the length of the season, right? This is a duos show, by the way. But or no, wait, what am I saying? We're still in the squads. No. I wasn't paying attention for a moment, sorry. But at the same time... Hold on. I'm kind of concentrating on this. At the same time, these weekly or bi-weekly events, the Lobster League, for example, some of them give you challenges that are so impossible or so difficult to pull off. Like, you gotta win solo, like... these are things that I think have to appeal to like all players in general, and this will not appeal to all players in general. This is going to appeal to hardcore players who have a lot of time to play this game, because again, I think at least 50% of this game, if not more, is luck based. So even if you got the skills that kills, doing something like a solo victory is very luck based. Hey, I got a solo victory. I know a lot of that is attributed to my own skill, but there was some luck involved there. Like at the end of that final game, what was the name again? Hexa something. I was very close to getting eliminated. A lot of the times when you win at the end, you are like 1 second away from getting eliminated. It's just that your opponent fell first. I've had that before in a victory. Yeah. I've had that before. That we both ran out of platforms to walk on. It was another one of the Hex games. And we both fell down, but they started falling before me, so they fell into the slime before I did. But I was like 2 meters away from the slime. Like, I was 1 second away from falling into it myself. So the game ends as I'm falling down. But yeah, the point is, luck kind of plays a big factor. So really, when you appeal to pro players in my book are really those that have a lot of time to play it, so they can meet those kinds of challenges. There are a lot of nuances to a lot of like the rounds in the game that do require skill that I haven't been able to pull off. That some skill sets that I haven't been able to learn to do. You know, the more I practice something, the better I'm gonna be at it. But some things, as I was saying earlier, some things take me 1,000 hours, some things take me 10 hours to learn. And the things that take me 1,000 hours to learn, it also depends on what rounds I get, because I don't get to select which rounds I'm gonna play. This depends on the RNG. When you play through a show, you know? So there's that. Another thing they do have, like a playlist on rotation, is the... sometimes they put a playlist of just one round, and you only do that one round. And sometimes the challenge is related to that, so... Yeah, there's sometimes that, but not all the time. It's only there for a limited time, and even then, you don't know which one they're gonna choose for that. But otherwise, yeah, that's the best opportunity there is to like practice a round that you want to get better at. I don't have enough time to play the game to do something like that, though. It's also a matter of having the time for it, right? Yeah, like I want to keep playing Master Duel off the stream right now, but I did log in earlier, but it was just to look at what cards I have or potential decks I can build. I didn't actually play any duels. So since yesterday's stream, I haven't played Master Duel. Safe to say that I'm not gonna have time after the stream today. No, I gotta sleep early today too. Earlier than usual, because I got a commitment tomorrow morning. Like by 9 AM I gotta be somewhere, so gotta wake up early. Not every day is like this, actually. With my current IRL situation, this may change in the future, but there are some days in which I can afford to like wake up at 11 AM or something. And I do wake up at 11 AM or... I thought I was a goner for sure! Oh my god! But yeah. Tomorrow is not one of those days. Oh wow, okay. I could have done that better, I should have jumped. Sometimes it's hard to tell when it's better to jump or to kind of like try to step back so that it doesn't get you. We are the first place and there's only... No, actually there's still a good number of players left. It's difficult to say whether we're gonna make it or not. This is cutting it very close. This is the last squad member left. There's quite a few people left. 3 or 4, I can't quite tell. It doesn't let me do much with the camera. The camera is really weird right here. I don't have full control over it. But okay, 2, 1. Nicely done. That player there was the MVP. My teammate there was the MVP. Let's go. With the octopus pirate skin, whatever it is. Alright, alright. 3 squads remain. 12 people. We made it farther than ever before. If we make it to the final round... No, oddly enough, on the Lobster League challenges, I noticed that there's 2 challenges that involve winning with your squad. And they're both the same, like win a squad show. And it's the exact same for the 2 challenges. I don't know why it's 2 separate challenges for the exact same thing, but okay. Usually it would be like, one of them is to qualify for the final round, and that already gives you the challenge. And the other one is to win, right? If you can do both at the same time, that's fantastic. That's how we did it with the solo one earlier. Alright. It's volleyball time in Fall Guys. How do you say volleyball in Japanese? Boribori? Boribori no toki. Ganbarimashou. Ganbashou kana. We're gonna do our best. Probably mispronounced one of those when I said that. Sometimes I say something in Japanese, but I don't know the complete meaning. I don't actually know the complete usage of meaning. I just sort of see the way they used it in a show. And one of the subtitles that's been there for that. Sometimes there's multiple subtitles for something. Ganbatsu kana. Like, that's something that Kamen Rider Hibiki says in his series here and there, and in Battle Rider War Genesis. Like, when you choose a rider in that game, it's a Muso-style game for Kamen Rider. So when you choose a rider, you start in a stage, and you start with the rider you selected for that stage. And they usually say a catchphrase when they start. They do a pose, maybe, and then the stage starts. Like a little cutscene at the beginning, right? I hope they do another fighting game that has something like that. The previous fighting games they've done are not quite like that. We're doing well so far, but those were some bad balls right there. They could turn it around, although, not enough time for them, maybe. Salute! 07, 07. There we go. It's not taunting. I'm doing it like... I do the salute specifically because... technically it's a taunt. Or actually, no, I think they call it an emote, right? But yeah, I am saluting the teammates for doing well, and I'm saluting the opposing team for also doing their best. Like, we all played well. It's kind of like saying GGWP or GG, like good game well played. Let's go. I am the sort of person that does say good game even if I lose, you know? Depends on the game. It must have been a good game. And I'm also the sort of person that when I say it out loud, I don't usually say GG, I say good game. Just like the way it sounds better. No, most people that play video games know what GG means. WP, on the other hand, not so much. That means well played. Not necessary to say, but okay. Let's concentrate. I gotta focus on this one. We got this. Yeah, sometimes the best thing to do is to just let your squad mates do it. Wow, those two are really good at this. Okay. And then this one here. Alright, I can see they're really trying over there. We are going so fast. This is a fantastic squad. No wonder we made it so far. Oh, this is the final round too, I think. This is also the final round. Oh my god. We gotta be fast. We gotta be fast. I don't know how far the other squad has made it, but... I'm not even contributing much to this. Come on, team. Come on. Come on. Let's win this. Let's win this bad boy. And this one is... this one right in the very middle. Okay. I contributed. Oh, we were so close. Too bad. We were extremely... Blah, blah, blah. I can't even say the word. We were extremely close right there. Extremely close. At least when it comes to squad modes, it's easier to win. But if I play enough, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have the time, but if I play enough, I know I will meet this challenge for the Lobstar League. There's 11 days left. I was able to catch it at an early point, thankfully. That is some good progression right there. Some nice levels. Alright. Let's equip this one. I can barely see anything on it, but okay. Maybe I need a different color. Some nice crown shards from that too. Alright. When you are able to meet certain challenges though, progression can be so nice. But overall, I still insist that progression in Fall Guys is too slow. They still need to... Well, maybe not too slow considering how long the seasons last though. Unless that date I saw there, it's set to be confirmed. If it turns out that this season is actually gonna end this month or next month, then yeah, the progression is way too effing slow. Too fucking slow. But we're now 45, we started at 37. That's good, right? That's good. That's some good enough progression. Let's see how it is by the end of the stream. And yeah, I'm seeing the pattern of this a little bit more. You see it more like on the back. Can't wait to see what the next season is gonna be though. This is very ocean themed. What will the next one be? If it really is around April, it's still gonna be spring. I've seen summer and winter themed seasons here before. I don't know if they've ever done anything fall or spring themed. Or Halloween themed maybe, right? For fall. Sometimes they don't do fall things in video games like for seasons, but they do Halloween stuff instead. Which fits very well. Sometimes they do both, right? Lotro I think is one of those that does both. ESO I think also does both, I'm not sure. But yeah. AQ3D maybe does both? No, I don't think they did anything for autumn. Just Halloween. Halloween is one of their signature things. So this is a duo show, I think. We are indeed a duo. Let's do our best. Oh, one of my favorite songs in the background right now. Oh my, that was awful. There's a huge bean traffic, too many people getting in my way. Just let me win the game, stop playing, just like, go AFK. I don't actually mean that, of course. As much as I love winning, at the same time I don't want it to be just like, well, I win like that, right? Similar to some of the policies we have on the duel record for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, right? Yeah, so far, so... When it comes to logging wins and losses, so far we've only done it for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. But I know there's other games with which we can do that. That was a weird sentence. But yeah, I know there's other games we can do that with. Another reason why I wanted to return to Smite. Paladins also. I played them before, but that was before I started actually logging the victories and losses. Another thing that I could do, similar to that, is to log the amount of deaths I have. I hope I can get a good capture card running here. Or the one I used to have to get it running. Even with the delay, maybe still pull it off somehow. And when I do that, I want to... sorry, kind of got distracted here. I want to log the amount of deaths I do. Oh yeah, I want to play Super Mario Maker. That would be a good one to do that with. I did play through some worlds some months ago when I got obsessed with Super Mario Maker. It's not that I'm not obsessed with it anymore, it's just that I haven't had the time for it. Other games kind of took priority as well. Other things I did. Pokemon, Master Duel again, right? I mean, I still have a Civilization 5 game I need to finish, but I haven't done that yet because I haven't had the time for it. The thing I do in Civilization that also makes games last as long as this is that I usually go for epic speed, which is, it takes a while to complete a game in that speed. I'm talking about no less than 12 hours on the fastest game, you know? It ends up being like 12, 16 hours, sometimes even up 20 or so. It ends up paying off. Like, it makes for a nice experience, in which I always play a different civilization nearly all the time. Nearly always I play a different civilization, so I get to experience what that civilization is like in every era of the game, right? It's like the best of what that civilization has to offer. I like saying that word very fast. Civilization, 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 civilization. Civilization is another way to pronounce it, but I seem to favor the civilization pronunciation. Civilization pronunciation. Civilization pronunciation. Try saying that 3 times fast. What a motor mouth I am, man. Sometimes I do kind of stumble through my words because I'm talking so fast. But I think for the most part I do okay with that. So everybody seems to be going for this, alright. Whoa, big bounce. Let's see where everybody's going, maybe. Maybe. Let's see. This was... Am I advancing? I'm not sure. Let's go for this one. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I think we're not gonna make it. Both of us are stuck here. Which one was it again? Dochida, dochida. Korika? Nah, even if we go to the finish line, I don't think we're gonna make it. Was this? No. Okay, this is the one that's like next to a blue coral. I'm gonna try to memorize it like that. This was not the right one though. FML. Fuck my life. We are not gonna make it. No, we ain't gonna make it. We're not gonna make it anymore. Oh, oh, we fall, we die, we don't qualify. We're not gonna make it. Yeah, this is as far as I went last time. I see somebody went inside here. We need to stop jumping to that middle. Just isn't good. Okay, this is the one that has like a big red coral on the pillar behind it. Let's see if I can remember like that. This is the one that people keep going for, and I think this isn't it, but let me try it nonetheless. This is not the one, yeah. The game is gonna be over anyway, so never mind. I need to read a guide for this one, because I try following the pattern in the middle, but it doesn't always work out. Like, you see that the pattern actually leads to several portals, so how do you know which one it is? How the fuck do you know that? How the blazes do you pull that one off? And following the majority doesn't work out all the time. Like, if you're following the majority, that means that there's a huge number of people actually ahead of you. You're following them, so you may not qualify from that, but that's okay though. Let's end the stream with that. Not ending it with a victory, but we got a fantastic victory in the middle of it nonetheless. And I am a happy camper. I am a happy fall guy thanks to that. So yeah, we can end it with that. I ended with a crown atop my head. Thanks to that. Both in-game and out of game. A crown atop my head. Let's go. Let's go. So yeah. Let's show the schedule. Here we are. So, final stream for this week for tomorrow. Final Fantasy XIV Friday is a Gold Saucer special. We will focus on the Hildebrand Manderville questline. And if we have any extra time after that, I don't know how long the whole thing is going to take. We will do more Gold Saucer stuff, like the actual games and the Gold Saucer itself and stuff like that, right? So look forward to that. It will be a different stream than usual. The streams I've been doing lately in FF14 have taken me like quite a long time, 5-7 hours. And I've been starting them late, like 7 p.m. Eastern. Until I can go back to having the streams earlier because of this construction work that just keeps taking a long time. It looks like it's not actually going to be over this week. I should have learned my lesson because every time there's construction work like around here, they tell me a deadline and it's never that bloody deadline. Like, it's at least double the fucking deadline they tell me. They tell me 2 weeks, it ends up being a month at least. But yeah, it's a mess of things. But in this case, it told me 1 week, so it's at least another week. So I'm gonna ask again tomorrow, probably. They're probably gonna tell me another week, which means it's gonna be another 2 weeks. That's how I'm gonna receive that. The stuff that's being done, I think, is kind of close to being finished. But yeah, these things take time. So until I can do that, I'm gonna focus on some things that are not necessarily gonna take that long. Because for Final Fantasy XIV, the next 7th Astral Era questline is 18 quests. Wow, that's gonna be a lot. Patch 2.4, Dreams of Ice. That is more than all the others because the last 2 were 14 quests. This one is 18 quests. Oh my god. That's a lot. I don't know if I'm actually gonna be able to complete that in one stream. Maybe I could have like 2 Final Fantasy 14 streams in a week and do that. Maybe next week I'll do that. And we have one half of it and then another half of it. Yeah. Just because it's Final Fantasy Friday doesn't mean it has to be the only day for it. Just so you know. Been a while since we've had a week with more than one Final Fantasy XIV stream, but I do intend to have that again. Trust me. I do intend to have that. But yeah, how good I look with this crown, don't I? I do need to modify though. Just change it a little bit so it looks better on my head. Like it fits better in general. The hair kind of clips through it, but that's okay. I am King Kaiden, Tajigen Teitoku, if I'm saying that right in Japanese. Tajigen no, the multi-dimensional king. Doesn't that sound great? Alright, we're gonna finish it today with our raid. I hope it's okay, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to the Fall Guys stream, alright? Tomorrow, I'll see you in Final Fantasy XIV Friday. Otsukaresama desu.